Hello, welcome to AntipoDnD. This is a show where a bunch of Aussies play Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. And we pre-record, and I try not to edit afterwards, which you can probably tell now. Apologies for what happened last week. My mistake. Won't happen again. A few announcements before we go forward. First of all, Patreon. Patreon is up for AntipoDnD, or it will be by the time this video goes up. I will put the link in the description below the video. I will also try to remember to put the link as a overlay at the bottom of this screen. Where's it? No, I'm down there. Yes, down there.
Got that on YouTube. Like, subscribe, press the buttons. There's comments below.
Zindy's got a good point. Like, subscribe, tell people about it, comment. Tell people we exist. And
tell your mum.
Yep. And my mum is an avid watcher. On that note, social media. AntipoDnD is on social media. We're at AntipoDnD. That's DND. Pretty much everywhere. I think that's on Instagram, on Twitter, which I'm really bad at updating. I'm sorry about that. Facebook, it's... have I forgotten anything?
What about the MySpace account?
If you want one that desperately, Zindy, you can set that up.
Yeah, boy! See you guys there.
Okay. So those are our announcements, and let's get into the show. So a quick recap of where we are. Our 4 unlikely heroes finally made their way all the way to Mirror's Reach on the edge of Val's Embrace, the great forest. There they made a few inquiries, quickly worked out where the archaeological dig is that they are heading towards. They made their way out there. It's about half an hour out of town. They spoke to the master of the dig, who gave them a quick rundown of what's going on and explained that the ruins themselves aren't directly on the dig site. They're a short walk out, and they would need an escort to show them where it is. But seeing as the day was coming to an end, the diggers were all packing up for the day, they decided that they would take one more rest, a long rest, before actually embarking on this, on the exploration of these ruins to try to cure their soul-blending disease. Rather than returning to Mirror's Reach, they opted to spend the night at the dig site in the tent which is set up for the local archaeologists to sleep overnight and try to maybe keep watch and dissuade any unruly individuals from maybe sneaking into the ruins at night and pilfering stuff that doesn't belong to them. There's been a few rumors of members of the collectors, some rather shady individuals who basically loot tombs and sell their contents to the highest bidder, and have ongoing competitions about who can sell something for the highest amount.
Yo, Doug, I can see you wanting to correct. They're liberating them, aren't they?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Collectors here.
Oh no.
And as we finish the session, they were just walking back to that sleeping tent, where they've been informed that they will be accompanied by a member of the team called Wan, W-A-N, a turtle, who is the recorder for the team. His job is to do sketches, to write down, and to accurately record everything that they find as they find it.
If they were going to leave the entire camp to us, but Ozzy was like, "These idiots, are you sure?"
Absolutely not. He'd lose his license.
Yeah, but yeah.
I will give you. I didn't give you much of a description of Wan last week. So he is a turtle. Well, they. You can't really tell what gender they are. they're very much like, I don't know if any of you've seen eastern longneck turtle in Australia. So they have an unusually long neck with a head, just sort of stretching out and looking around that can, pop in and out. As we pick up, you're all heading back to the tent with Wan, the long-necked turtle.
Wonderful.
I think I asked Glow to sit near the entrance of the tomb, the crypt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or not crypt, what is it? Ruins.
It's a lab.
Ruins.
I mean, we hope it's not a crypt.
There's a lab in there.
I think you sent Glow to scout out for them. I don't think you actually saw the entrance to the ruins.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Or give me a perception roll from Glow.
Okay, that's +1. She's got advantage. Okay, do it again. Okay, she rolled a 5 and a 6, so 7.
Too many trees, too much canopy cover. Glow.
Distracted by a mouse.
Yep, on top of a tree there is a mouse just looking up and waving at the owl passing overhead. It doesn't last long.
I was
Those
gonna
tree
say.
mice.
Well, I mean, I guess that's possums here. Yikes.
Well, there are native mice as well, and it might have been a sugar glider or a feather glider that looked like a mouse. Does Glow need to eat?
I was gonna say, would an owl take one of those on? Probably just.
I mean, she's only little. I don't think burrowing owls would really go for something that big. I don't think that she's that much bigger than her.
It'd have to be quite small. That's why I thought a mouse, but yeah.
She doesn't need to eat. She's fey. They exist on morning dew and sunshine.
Sunshine. Which fae have you been reading about? Because
that's a cheers of the sun.
Yep. So Glow disappears for a little while and then returns with basically a frustrated glower on.
Alice shrug.
Poor thing. What was it? Oh my god, I've already forgotten. What was the turtle's name again?
Wan.
Wan.
I was going to say Han, but that's a different.
What time is it? It's sunset now. I think
It is sunset. Yes, the sun is just below the horizon. A little bit of light in the sky, but not much.
Right. Well, I can take half watch, and you can take the other one if you like.
Oh, you don't need to do that. I'll take first watch.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
if you're taking first watch, I'm going to be taking first watch with you. I'm not. None of you are.
You are
licensed?
the only one of us that can't see anything at night.
That's
I
a good,
fixed that.
very good point.
I've been training. I fixed that particular issue.
Out of all of us, yeah, you fixed the wet as well.
All of Viterica's stuff is hanging on lines next to the campfire. Working on that.
Wait a minute, is Viterica's nude at the moment?
I was going to say, did he end up bruised?
Breeches and an undershirt that are quite damp.
Right.
He's literally that meme where it's like, dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards. So,
There's only one now. It's fine.
Yeah, there's only one wizard. It's fine.
there's two, awesome counts.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, Viterica, you're not in any shape to be taking watch, and also, if you watch, I'm going to be watching. If any of you take a watch, I'll be with you, because you need to be supervised.
Well, let's take a watch together then.
Alright then. Is Wan okay with that? Wan?
What? They seem pretty chill.
Yeah, Wan says, "Oh, look, I just want to bed down. It's been a long day, understand? So keep the noise down. I'd appreciate it."
Alright, we'll wake you when it's your turn.
Appreciated. And
Yeah, guess we leave him.
Wan just waddles over to a corner of the tent, seems to just sort of fall flat down on their face, and then slowly the limbs just... and all you have is a shell.
Do they make a bonk noise when they do that?
He's so cute.
That's adorable.
Delightful.
Yeah, I guess, first watch is me and Viterica's.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Mm.
I'll take second, by the way. That's
Okay.
Cool.
Can I get perception rolls from everybody on first watch?
Yes. So as we're going, I'm going to send up my new cantrip, Dancing Lights, which is 4 little orbs of light. I'm going to make them look like torchlight and just send them on like a patrol circuit around the trenches.
Okay, what's the casting range of dancing lights?
120 feet.
Okay, so you can get a good perimeter going then.
Yeah. So they're either going to be just there as spotlights, or if I can't cover the whole thing, I'm going to make them look like more people out on patrol.
Cool.
With torches. Perception check, you said.
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
21 for Videricus.
Okay. So Orsi sees nothing of interest. Orsi can see the lights dancing about in the distance, but dark vision only extends to actually 60 feet from where you are, so that even with the lights helping, you're getting it's possible you're getting a bit confused because you've got the dark vision in front of you and then normal vision in the distance. But Videricus, about an hour or so after everyone has bedded down, things seem quite calm. As the lights pass by a few trees, you see them pass behind a figure, what looks to be a humanoid figure. Very difficult to pick out any details about it at this point. I would accept to say that they would be human elf in size, so not a halfling.
How far away from us?
They are roughly 120 feet.
Okay. I guess I'm going to call out and go, "Hello there, friend. Are you lost?"
Who are you talking to?
I'm going to point.
Do you
so
keep
all
the
these-
light? Do you keep the lights moving, or do you reposition
This one I'm going
them?
to stop
Okay.
on the humanoid.
The humanoid, you see the humanoid just raise a finger up, seem to be trying to say shh, and then a hand comes up. They seem to be making sure that you can see what they're gesturing in the light, and they're
Okay, I'll wander over.
Oh, I put my hand out and stop him. Materials, what are you doing?
They might be lost. Come with me. We'll go chat to them together. Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna send
You can-
Glow over first, see what she
You can
see.
stay a
She's got-
respectful 60 feet away, so you're still within spellcasting range, but I'm going to go up and talk to them.
I'm gonna send Glow over.
okay.
See what she sees.
Glow is faster than Videricus, so Glow
Absolutely.
darts out. Are you looking through Glow's eyes?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang on to Videricus while he walks slowly.
As Glow flies up, this figure doesn't seem too upset about being seen. She removes the hood of her cloak and looks up at Glow and waves, and you can see a face that you saw at the tavern the night before, a round
Oh, it was it.
human face, short blonde hair. This is the cleric of Fane Othwin.
Yeah, the
who
one who didn't know anything about the booze.
Yeah, the one who doesn't drink and who tends to the All Gods Chapel in Mirror's Reach.
Selmy?
Salmi, yes.
Wonderful.
What was... I know we've looked at it. What was Fenothwin again? The god of...
Fane Othwin is the god of truth, light, and the sun, and the enemy of darkness and secrets and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
I'll still wander over.
Okay.
I still have no idea who they are, so...
So as you approach Videricus, you see what Glow has seen. She waves hello. She doesn't seem to be trying to hide anything. She says, "Hello.
Good evening, Salmi. Tell me, what brings you all the way out here?
Orsi, what are you doing at this point?"
Can I stay... like 15 feet away from her? Like, I want to be in conversing distance, but I don't want to be super close.
Sure.
And can I ready something?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I will ready a...
Charm person.
I don't
That's
do
my
that
job.
kind of magic. Yeah, that's not my job. These are all kind of dramatic, actually.
Fireball. Lightning bolt.
Yeah, right? No. I will I'll ready a invisibility spell just in case.
Okay, cool. So in case things turn sour, anything hostile happens.
Yeah, if she makes a hostile action towards me or Vitericus or Glow, cast invisibility.
Cool.
On who?
Myself.
Right.
The one who matters.
Right.
Vitericus has got his own tool bag, man.
She says, "Hello, I occasionally patrol here at night. I have heard stories of individuals trying to rob the ruins nearby. And when I saw new faces in town, I was a little concerned, I must admit, that you might try to join their numbers. But now I see you sleeping."
Same thing. It's terrible
I'm
stuff.
offended right now.
I know. It's awful.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's unfair of me to think so poorly of people I've only just met, but I've learnt recently that I am perhaps too trusting at times. I am trying to rectify that, but it does mean occasionally causing offence. I do apologize.
No
Or
offense
he,
taken.
makes a gesture to his society robes and Coruscant Academy badge, just like...
No offense taken, my friend. A healthy bit of skepticism is necessary to survive in this world.
Isn't it just?
She sort of waves it away. As she does so, I'm going to need insight checks from both of you.
Apologies, that was my squeaky chair.
We both kind of suck. I got a 12, man. You got a 10.
I got 5 plus 5. I rolled so badly.
Whoa! Plus 5.
The difficulty was different for the two of you because of what's happening, but Vitericus, you get the impression she's trying to get your attention.
Okay. I'm going to lean in a way that isn't particularly conspicuous, I guess. Is that going to be some kind of roll to avoid detection?
Yes, we normally call that a stealth roll.
Standing right here, bro.
I don't know that I'm great at stealth. All right. Oh, it's another 5. That's 8.
I mean, my passive perception is 14. So.
Yeah, so Orsi sees... you see that Vitericus might be trying to have a private conversation with this individual.
Can I allow it but still listen?
How
close is Glow? I'll have Glow land on Vitericus' shoulder.
Vitericus, you're just about to say or do something when this burrowing owl lands on your shoulder and just turns its head and looks at you.
That's okay. I have a freshly repadded shoulder for exactly this reason.
I was about to say I should have her land on the right shoulder, but I won't do that. It's to spite you.
Salmi looks at the owl and says, "Hello, little friend."
Bite the fingers. Bite.
Yeah, he's gonna snap at her.
Jay.
And she goes, "Oh," like that, and says, "Sorry, I meant nothing by it."
She doesn't like being touched.
Vitericus, as she makes this symbol with her hand, you recognize that as something collectors do, to secretly identify themselves to each other.
I am going to quietly, or maybe not quietly, but like grab her by the forearm. So not particularly harshly, just in a friendly kind of way, and go, "Thank you so much for coming out to check on the safety of this dig site. It has been so wonderful to know that people local to here are spending so much time invested in the rich history of our world and eager to see it protected from those who would try to make a quick coin off it. But as you can see, things are well in hand here, and so you can return, trusting us to manage the whole situation for you as well, quietly making the same symbol on the way through."
Oh
Yep.
my god. The grift. The grift.
She smiles and says, I'm glad to see that we both have the same priorities here. But perhaps there might be a few things that you should know. Perhaps certain things, I don't know, that there have been stories of people being injured inside those ruins. I'd hate to think that if that's where you're heading, you might suffer the same fate.
We had heard that, in fact, where I believe here are specialists to assist with that very problem.
Oh, good, good. Well, I will continue to explore the area. But I am now more confident knowing that I do not have to worry about your intentions here. I hope to see you again soon.
Brilliant. A pleasure as always, with a very
Yeah.
deep bow.
Actually, I'd really prefer if you didn't come back. You're not with the society. You're not licensed. I don't want you anywhere near an archaeological dig. So please leave.
And she raises both hands and says, I'm sorry, I stay out of the trenches. I do not enter the ruins. But I will, as you wish, keep my distance from now on. I'm sorry if I have offended.
Why don't I send a light with you to help guide your way?
No, that is all right. I have my own way, my own means of
I
seeing in
insist.
the dark.
And so one of my dancing lights will float around with her now.
Okay.
And I assume we're going to part ways at that point?
She nods and then turns away. And
Wonderful. As we walk away, I'm going to quietly say, my lord, keep Glow on her. I suspect she's a collector.
I was already planning on it. I wanted Glow to follow her.
Cool. She continues watching. She continues walking away. After a little bit, she is more than 120 feet away from you, Doug, so your light cannot follow her any further. But Glow can certainly keep an eye on this individual. Give me... Yeah, we'll make it another perception roll for Glow to make sure that she can keep track of her.
Okay. Yeah, that one's good. Roll again. Okay, I'll take that 18 for a 19.
Cool. Yes, Glow does manage to keep track of this individual for a while. As you're even as you're walking back to camp, though, Vitericus, you hear a voice speak in your head, and it's not the voice you're used to hearing in your head. It's not Zurasa. It is Salmi again, saying, I have to count the words.
Oh, here we go.
This is partly her thinking about how best to phrase this.
Do you want someone else to count while you talk?
That would be good. Yes, thank you.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, you know what, Doug, do it. I can't do math.
I have a buyer on hand. First team missing in ruins. No word for 2 weeks. Their fate, don't care. But need animancy artifacts.
That's 24.
And
Very concise.
having heard that, Doug, you know that you can reply to that message in your mind with 25 words.
Oh, is it 25? Sorry, you have one more then.
Yep.
But I'll respond with, will do what I can. No promises. Send. Stop. Over. How does this work?
She gets all of that.
SK, I believe.
Yeah.
So Glow sees her sees Salmi roam about a bit. She certainly seems to be patrolling the area, looking for crooks and so forth. But then after about an hour or so, Salmi seems to head back to town.
I have a question.
Yeah.
With the sending spell, is it just somatic components, or is it verbal, or is it somatic as well?
I should double check that.
Yeah, just wondering.
Because there is a question about whether Glow saw that being cast.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Oh, I didn't even have a spell.
It's verbal, somatic, and material. So, yeah, with the perception roll that Glow had, she definitely saw Salmi cast some kind of spell. Glow probably couldn't recognize what it was, though.
No, Aussie doesn't know the spell, so she
Yeah.
probably wouldn't know it. He'll make a mental note of that. I'll call Glow back to me as well.
Wonderful. In that case, then, there are two conversations I want to have before my watch ends.
Mm-hmm.
If that's okay, just sort of peppered in between. So the first one is with Orsi, and so it will be somewhat awkward for Vitericus, which is weird given his usual silver tongue. But while they're just sort of out patrolling the trenches, not really looking at each other, Vitericus is going to go, you have been kind to me, my lord.
Yep.
Far kinder than I've come to
Sorry.
expect from your kind.
Do you mean elves or like wizards?
Yes.
That's a little rude.
I mean the privileged, my lord,
Oh right, yes.
Those
I
who
mean,
have
I've told you a
known
million times
what
you
it
can call
is.
me Aussie.
to have rather than to have not. Normally, they don't treat me with much more than a passing contempt. So,
He's giving you a sustained contempt.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah.
but also you have, been concerned for my well-being through Mercer's Pass. You fixed my armor, all things that I would not have expected from, the nobility, particularly not to one such as me. So, with that in mind, let me give you my personal assurance, with not a hint of deceit. I will not be stealing anything from this site. I'll only be taking what you deem appropriate. I would like to walk away with something, but ultimately that's your decision.
It's not my decision. I'm not in charge here. But I appreciate the sentiment. If you
Wonderful.
take a rock, I might look the other way, but I can't promise anything else.
Thank you, Horsey.
But yeah, I'm sorry that you have had bad experiences with the nobility. We're not all that bad, but there's a disconnect, I suppose.
As I am coming to discover. Now, let's not dwell on feelings or anything like that. I have some knowledge that I require. Would you care to join me in a journey of discovery?
I like knowledge. Sure. What are you
Wonderful.
doing?
Zarasa, can you loop just Orsi and I into a conversation? If you're awake.
Hello. Oh, yes, private. You're looking for sort of a telepathy thing. Yes, private between the two of you?
Well, Dagmara and Morzod are sleeping, I assume still. Hopefully that hasn't startled them awake. I just don't want to wake them.
Oh, I see. Yes, we can do that. Yes,
Wonderful.
do you want me in this conversation too?
I do, actually.
Oh,
I have some
wonderful.
questions for you. Now, first thing, we're here at the ruins of what was once the heart of the Genald Empire. How are you feeling about that?
Hello, is that to me or to your friend? Or your other friend?
To you, Zarasa, we've never been here before, so we don't have many feelings attached to this place, but you do, I'm sure.
Well,
like it.
I will say this looks nothing like what I remember. There are no trees in the palace. Might have been some around the palace, but I seldom went out. So, I guess I'm feeling curious, because this looks nothing like my home.
Wonderful. Excellent. Just making sure you're okay. No leftover feelings of strangeness at having come back to a place 800 years after it's been destroyed.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm guessing those feelings might come.
Fair. Entirely fair. Now, I had a question that requires your particular expertise in animancy, if you have a moment.
Oh.
The dead are following me. Not zombies, not ghosts, not a haunting. Well, maybe a haunting. I'm not quite sure. But the dead are following me. It's where most of my magic derives from. Do you have any
these are your
knowledge?
shades. I knew it.
Yes, indeed. You may hear them called shades occasionally. Any insight onto that from an animantic perspective?
I have been seeing these things only through your eyes, though.
Wait.
I was
Hang on.
wondering.
I'm not going crazy.
Well, I did consider whether it was the result of some kind of cranial trauma, but you seem to be otherwise intact in the in that regard. So I had to assume that's not what is happening. I have been pursuing a theory, but I need more information on the cataclysm, this thing that happened just after I became a rock. So do I remember something about the gods disappearing and then there being no connection between the material plane and the celestial planes? Is that right?
Correct. As far as we know, the connection was severed, and then suddenly, about 60 years ago, the gods reappeared, but on the material plane.
So, during my experimentation with animancy, I found one of the very difficult things about removing a soul from a body is that as soon as the soul leaves, if it's not caged somehow, that you can see she's getting into scientific, here are the things I've discovered mode.
He's taking notes.
The soul, unless it is somehow tethered to this world, so it becomes a ghost or something like that, or trapped in a cage, it flees the material plane to the celestial plane, and or I think possibly to the hells, where it goes to wherever its god calls it, or to whatever end it deserves or has sought, or I don't know. It's all rather confusing, but I had never been able to keep a soul on the material plane without capturing it somehow. But if the celestial gate is closed, then that's a whole lot of souls over the past, 800 years that have had nowhere to go.
Right.
So my theory is these things that you are seeing, Friendly Bard, might be lost souls. Souls that aren't captured, that aren't bound to the plane by unfinished business or some kind of magical spell, but they still have nowhere to go, so they just wander. They roam.
Huh.
That's why I could never figure out the type of school of magic that I thought they were, because it's not.
Yes, it's not magic per se, but all souls have a degree of magic potency about them, which becomes more obvious when the soul is disconnected from the vessel. That's why soul cages can be effective sources of magical power, even if the individual whose soul is trapped was not a magic practitioner.
But
so
why are they attracted to you, Viterica? Why you?
That is an excellent question. Zerasa, is there anything in my brain chemistry that's drawing them to me? Or anything that you can see in my head?
And she says, nothing. I mean, your brain seems human. I've never been...
How unfortunate for you.
I've only ever
Sorry.
been inside my brain, which is also human, and the brains of your friends, which are not human. So I have a very small sample size for comparison. But
This is true.
your brain is definitely different to mine. But I think all brains are different because they grow differently based on neural development and memory and diet and whether you were dropped on your head as a child. So I can't give any definitive answer. I would need to do a great deal of experimentation, which I'm already planning out. So if you're keen, once we've sorted out where my soul is going to be, we can work together on that.
Potentially, yes. I'm happy to have that conversation going forwards. Now,
I'd
quick
like to be
question.
involved as well.
By all means.
Wonderful.
Quick question. What about, like, crazy death monsters eating my shades?
What?
She says, that sounds terrifying.
It's not pleasant.
You care to explain?
I have a working theory that it may have been part of Oberog coming to get me. But I don't have any particular proof of that.
Oberog, she pauses and says, is that one of your gods? I don't know much about gods.
Yes, she's big on death. And she
Oh.
doesn't like sharing power. So if I'm attracting souls, that might be a problem.
I see.
Vitericus and Orsi, can you give me a religion check, please?
Absolutely.
With a +1, I sure can't. That's
You can
a 10.
give the check. It's just
+2. I know even less. It's like 6.
That's a 10 and a 6. Vitericus, yeah, basically you know that Oberog is known to be the god of death, but more specifically she's often heralded as the god of undeath, which may or may not be relevant.
Right. Excellent.
Well,
And Zerasa says, I have no idea.
Okay, good. I may be on more than one clock then.
well, look, I might not know a lot about this stuff, but I've got friends back in Tal Raj who might be able to help you. I can write a letter if you want.
Your kindness overflows. Orsi,
You
thank you.
really have to stop speaking to me like that. It's driving me crazy.
He did call you Orsi.
You did.
it'd be cute.
Little bits of character growth. We'll get there.
But yes, I'm sure together we'd be able to work something out. Religion isn't really my area of specialty outside Gendenon, but I do belong
Wonderful.
to an academy of wizards. Someone might know something.
Well, Zerasa, thank you for this discussion. I figured since this is our last night potentially with you in our heads, it was a good opportunity to ask the questions before we send you on your way. But if whatever body we put you back into has the capacity to continue to work with us, no doubt I would appreciate the insight you bring.
She says, oh, of course. Yes, well, I'm hoping the body that I had prepared will still be usable. But I guess we'll have to see whether it's survived the cataclysm.
Yes. I suppose worst case scenario, if we manage to find another soul vessel, we could pop you in there, but I don't know if your golem survived.
I guess that would be okay. I mean, I don't remember a second of being in the cube, so it's like almost like going to sleep, except you don't dream. That would be okay, as long as you promise to get me out again one day.
Of course. Because, yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. If celestial pain is shut off, and your soul doesn't have a body to go to, you're just going to float around the material plane like a ghost.
Yeah. And
You can join
Hang
me.
out with Vinny.
Until that nightmare shade eats you.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yes, and I don't fully understand how a soul could retain or create new memories without a neural framework to work with. So I don't understand. I don't know, if I was just floating around, I might not remember who I am or what I was, or it's too confusing.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a lost soul, I think.
So very few of us do.
But I guess
Well,
everybody has become one over the past 800 years. Oh dear.
I feel, yes. Unfortunately, with the research at my disposal, I don't know how many answers I'm going to have for you. The only current animancers in the world belong to the Ascendancy of Tarth.
I've not heard of them.
They're not good. Magocracy. There's also slavers. They're not the best people. I don't know any wizards from there, but...
They can be dealt with, though. It's fine.
Says you.
Oh,
You
well...
just have to have the right disposition.
I feel like you've not spent a significant amount of time around, like, dedicated magic users, have you?
Not hugely, no. Just me.
It shows. Anyway.
Well, I suppose we'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yes, we will.
Yes, that's a joke.
Yes, it's very good.
Good.
Emperor Zun told me I should try to learn what jokes are.
You're doing well.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm tired. I seem to be more and more tired every day, so I'm going to take another nap. Bye.
Sounds like a good idea. My watch is almost ended anyway. Wonderful.
Wow.
Well, that was fun. Thank you for going on that journey of discovery with me.
Well, that's all right. How long has this been going on exactly? Your
Oh,
whole
that's a good
life,
question.
or like
Not my
recently?
whole life. Not super recently. Pre-arrival here.
Right.
It's been going on
Did
for a
it
little
just-
while, but not excessively.
Did it happen out of the blue, or was there a catalyst, or did something change? Did you touch something?
Every once in a while, I'd conduct a séance, and they would talk back for reals.
Right.
That's kind of
so,
how it started, and then it
it-
just sort of snowballed from there.
So it was a grift until it wasn't, is what you're saying.
Oh no! You misunderstand me, Aussie. It is still a grift.
I see.
Now I have extra parts that have to be accounted for that aren't entirely under my control.
I wonder. Well, I mean, I suppose you shout out into the void. Eventually, the void's going to shout back at you, right?
Shut up already!
Probably.
Talking really loudly. No, we're not. If Aussie was to really think on it, would this be closer to an issue that I would speak to a necromancer about, or a divination wizard, or a hedge mage?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Someday I want to create an NPC named Vladimir Arcanachek.
Null vampire.
That's not bad. 17.
17, yeah. This might be certainly necromancy, divination. It could also be historically speaking with the dead, seeing the dead is something that priests, clerics would do. It might be something to talk to a priest about as well.
I mean, from a magic perspective, I don't know any necromancers, I don't think. I know a few abjurers and divination wizards who might be able to help, but Morzord also might know somebody. It's kind of a cleric thing as well, speaking to the
Oh,
dead.
that's true. that
Speak
is
to him
true.
in the morning.
Yes. Yes, and I'll have some other things to share in the morning as well.
Good.
But
Well, I love a
we'll
good mystery,
share the
so
group. I'll share it with the group rather than just one-on-one 3 times. Excellent. Well, My clothes look like they're almost dry, so I'm going to go and go to
Have you,
sleep.
have you been like half naked this entire time?
Basically, yes.
Oh my god. Terracus, please put on some clothes.
I'm wearing something. It's fine. I
He's
could
got,
have
like,
left this
socks
all
on.
by the fire. Oh, he's got his breeches and like an undershirt that's threadbare and white.
Would that
and
have
therefore
given
damp,
him an
so-
advantage or disadvantage to his bluffs?
Disadvantage.
Very distracted by the see-through shirt.
Yeah, he's having a wet t-shirt contest.
Oh, that means you didn't have the padded shoulder on.
Oh, I
she
didn't.
was she was totally digging you.
Yes. Mm.
Does it also mean he has a slight cold since he's been in thin wet clothing for most of the night?
Right?
He was on
Cold was like the
high
worst
all
thing.
It's been 2 hours.
Oh, like diamonds they were. Oh,
It's only been 2
after a
hours.
river pie with those.
Every time he turns around, all he has to duck.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just wearing the cloak of the manta ray.
Oh.
That'd be dry because that's waterproof. So I'm just wrapped up in
Oh.
that.
It's like a duck skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Walking
All
around
right,
in
well,
a creepy snuggie.
shall we... how many hours has it been, by the way? How long was that watch?
You can make it 4 hours, and as it
Well,
comes,
he needs... Yeah, you need more. You need more sleep than me. If you need to go to bed, you're more than welcome to.
I will do that right now. So I will wake up 2 hours after everyone else and get my
Nice.
full 6 in. For a
I
long
just
run.
need 4, so whenever that
Hmm.
clocks in, I'll do that.
well, I mean, you've all started your long rest at about 6 or 7 in the. Oh, actually, be more like 7 to 8 in the evening because it's getting into mid-spring at this point. But it means that sunrise isn't for another 8 or 9 hours anyway.
Plenty of time.
10
to get
hours?
Okay.
Yeah,
away. I don't know. It's dark.
you'll be fine.
Uh,
The DM says so.
Okay. Okay. I guess we head to bed.
Yep, the rest of your watch goes uneventfully. Glow spends a short time chasing a possum. The possum eventually finds a little hollow, goes into it, and then pokes its head out and just snarls back. And they have
He is bold. Glow, I don't know if I like the fae you're becoming. You're very aggressive while we're here.
Glow's head just goes completely sideways as you say that.
Give her a scratch. She's cute.
She pretends not to like it, but after about 5 seconds, she's loving it.
Who's taking second watch? Did we decide, or is it Wen's turn?
around into
We
it.
didn't decide an order.
I did put my hand
Just
up.
kick someone.
Yes. So
Yeah. Tap
We'll wake up
Mordor
Mordor.
with the foot.
Bonk. Stop snoring uproariously.
Your
Ah.
turn.
Perception rolls for second watch, please.
Oh, and we let Morzord know about the shady cleric who's hanging around as well.
tell me.
Sell me.
Fancy that.
That does, when you hear that, that does strike you as a bit odd, Morzod. You're not widely versed in various gods, but you do know that Fëa Northwin is about 100% honesty, candor,
Yeah.
and so to have a cleric who claims to be a Fëa Northwin and who seems to be deceiving,
Shifty AF.
yeah,
Oh, that's
is-
cheeky.
yeah, that
That's cheeky.
if any, there is probably no better way than to call down the wrath of Fëa Northwin upon oneself.
That's brave as well. Mighty cheeky, mighty brave. Ugh. I wonder why she was taking such an interest in us then, eh?
Is Morzord just talking out loud to himself?
Yes, he is now.
Okay.
I'm putting the Morzod voice on, and you may not be able to tell a great deal of difference between the Zindi voice and the Morzod voice, but that was the Morzod voice.
Perception rolls
what we
for second watch, please.
Perception.
Oh, I wake up when too. Sorry, I feel like
No, we're
When?
considering waking when, but we didn't.
I feel like we should wake when. Or is he gonna wake when before he goes to bed?
Okay.
Oh, so
Any of you.
Aussie's stepping off.
Yeah, he's going to sit down for 4 hours and get
Yeah.
up after 4.
Rightio.
Okay, Morzod, what was your perception roll?
Yo, I just rolled a 1. Natty 1. Morzod is not awake.
Morzod sees nothing.
Nope, he's thinking though. He's thinking real hard the whole time. That's why he doesn't see anything, because he's just like sort of.
Wan rolls a 16, and
That's decent.
there is one point where you see the turtle waddle out into the trees, and then waddle back and sit back down and not say anything. They just disappeared for a moment and came back.
Anything out there?
Wallaby.
What's that?
You know what a kangaroo is?
Look, I've heard the name, but I've not seen it. And every time someone describes it, they say, "Oh, well, it's sort of like that." And I'm like, okay. And then they say, "Well, no, it's got a tail like that." And I'm like, And then it's got little hands like this. And I don't. Oh, I got no idea.
Okay, it's like a small kangaroo.
Mozart seems satisfied with this description.
And Wan goes back to his watch, and the rest of the watch goes uneventfully.
Good-o.
Final watch.
So who are we waking up? Dags and what? Aussie's getting up again?
It's been 4 hours.
I mean, is Aussie wanting to chaperone all of us?
Yeah, I can't leave any of you alone.
Left me with the turtle.
It's not that I don't trust people, it's just I feel like that's unprofessional to just be like, hey, these people who've never been on a dig in their lives. You watch this priceless ancient ruin.
I grew up in a priceless ancient ruin.
You haven't told him that.
That's a good point, though.
Yep, pre-cataclysm home.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So while we're changing over,
It's what archaeologists call continual habitation.
Mozart just kind of to Aussie when they're coming back in from the thing, and he sort of, is that Aussie? Question.
Go ahead.
How'd you get so smart?
Sorry.
How'd you get so smart? You got
This is April laughing, not Aussie.
all them brains.
Well, I have been at school for about 30 years.
Dagmar, you can be awake for this if you want.
Hello.
Oh yeah, Mozart's not being incredibly subtle.
I mean, yes, I
Currently doing a yawn.
come from a family where almost every single member of my family, going back to Tal Raj's founding, has been in some way related to the creation of the Coruscant Academy. They work at the Coruscant Academy, etc., etc. I've pretty much been enrolled there since I was about 2 years old.
So it's schooling with books and
Education. Is there any particular reason you wanted to know?
oh, I was just thinking, and he sort of wanders off.
All right.
Shall we?
Yes, let's.
Guess we're gonna go sit by the campfire.
There is no campfire. You've not made one.
Oh. Well, Vitergus had a real crap
Vinny
time
was-
driving.
They're just
Did we not
on
have
the
one?
ground.
It helps that it's not a particularly cool cool night at the moment.
I think it would have been coals from the cook fire or something. You
Sure.
can hang your stuff around.
Okay, well, let's go sit by the trench while not touching anything.
Yeah, I'll have Glow just do another pass around.
Perception rolls, please. Dagmar, I assume you're using the eyes of the eagle for this.
Always.
Damn cool goggles on.
Alright, where's
Holy
my...
garbage today. 16 for Glow.
Yeah, our dice are not
Oh.
being friendly,
Not
I've
considered.
noticed.
6 for Dagmar, even with
Oh,
I soaked the natty one at least, but
last week was great. This week,
So neither Orsi nor Dagmar see anything interesting. Glow finds a powerful owl, which is, I believe it's Australia's largest species of owl. So Glow, just wandering around looking for interesting things, finds an owl that's sort of 3 or 4 times her size, could probably swallow her whole. They exchange glances. Glow decides this might end badly and flies back to you, Orsi, and just for the next half an hour or so, Glow is just staying on your shoulder, Orsi, and refusing to go anywhere.
I'll tuck her into the thing. You know, like lovebirds do. They like sit on your boobs.
yeah, they just get in your cleavage.
I'll keep her down there. Sorry, she's been just up in all the local wildlife.
It must be exciting for her.
Yeah, not too much wildlife in Tarrage, so other than like rats.
Same. In Grund, it's mostly spiders and
I was gonna say, are there rats
Little
down there? I've
hairless.
never been.
I don't know what to compare it to, really. Well, it's very different. It's like the opposite of this.
Right. I wonder if maybe the ruins will be more similar. I don't know. Sorry.
I can't lie, I'm looking forward to it a little bit.
Oh, good. You know, you'd be quite good at archaeology. You should look into it if you're looking for a career.
I hadn't thought about it, but I guess I grew up on a dig site, so...
Dwarven
Mining is
archaeologists
sort of
are
in the
among the
blood.
finest. Absolutely.
Might put it on the list. Thanks.
No, you're welcome.
The rest of the third watch goes without incident. And the sun rises and you all wake, and Wan's head eventually snakes out of the shell, looks around, breathes a heavy sigh, and the rest of the limbs appear and they stand up and say, well, another day.
Vitericus is packing all his gear back into his pack.
Oh, and I told Dagmar what happened with the cleric as well.
Oh, what a shady bitch.
Knew I didn't like her. She's an elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was human. What? Oh,
She
wait.
human?
No.
She an elf?
I have to check my
Half-elf.
notes. I think half elf, which is why we're all
Right.
confused.
Right.
Yeah. We're both
So,
right.
so
We're all-
human
we're all
or elf? Yes.
Yes, half elf, half high elf.
That's right.
I swear it is nearly enough to be a wood elf.
So as you're packing your gear and getting ready to move on, Wan looks at the four of you and says, so you're all heading down, right? Down into the ruins?
That's correct. Exciting.
You want to wait for the boss to turn up, or you want me to show you
yes,
how...
I would like Zarek to be present before we go down, and as well the Digmaster as well.
All right, well, there'll be probably a few more hours at this rate.
How early is it? What time do we wake up?
It's a bit after sunrise.
Oh, okay. I mean,
God.
if you lot don't mind waiting, I'm okay to wait another hour or two.
Sure.
Are we
I
eating
will-
breakfast during this waiting? Because I am up for that.
Are there supplies on site? Like, I mean,
Scary.
I could make some. If I had some bacon, I could make bacon and eggs. If I had some eggs.
No, there are no supplies on site. Wan just says,
Roni.
well, I mean, I got my stuff ready because I knew I'd be, keeping watch tonight. Not really enough for anyone who ain't me, though.
That's fine.
That's fair.
I mean, Mozlod's stocked up in town, so he's got breakfast. But what about you guys?
Yeah, we have rations, right?
Yeah, you'll have
Yours are all
regular
wet, though.
traveling rations.
I've just got soggy wheat bix. It's fine.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I will share
Ah.
my rations with Vitericus.
to be fair though, this is Australia, so I mean, if you're gonna eat soggy wheat bix anywhere,
I'll
Also,
make
teacher,
tea.
you forgot the homework.
Why would you? Why? Oh,
Can the four of you please roll 1d4 each?
Oh, I straight up forgot.
Vinny, you
1d4,
butthead.
1d4.
But it is the D4 this time, not the D6.
It is the d4.
Okay. 2.
Twinsies, I got a 2 as well.
I got the
Yeah.
3.
1.
Okay, if you rolled 2, please roll 1d6 for me.
It's this one.
I can't take another hit, man.
Please, not my charisma again.
Not my
Oh, it's my charisma
intelligence.
again.
It's 5.
5 is wisdom -1.
Oh, okay, that's
I got
fine.
a 6.
6 is charisma
I
-1.
know.
Ow!
That's not what I wanted to do.
Try and
Vitericus,
open up
what,
to people, and I just end up being worse.
Vitericus, what is your total charisma now?
15.
Only 15.
Ugly. Real ugly.
Oh,
Sorry, I keep rolling by accident. Ugh.
Morzod, what did you roll?
I got the 3.
You got the 3. So, just quickly, Dagmar, you got a 1, is that right?
Mhm.
Yep, you take -1 to your maximum hit points.
That was ugly.
Was that also you who got the one last time, or was it you, Vitericus? I don't think it was you, also.
I think
I've lost 1 max hit point so far.
I lost Constitution.
And I also lost a charisma a while back, but I just took that as Morzod being extra grumpy because he hadn't had a drink.
So, Morzod, you wake, but as you wake, you come out of a dream in which...
Man, was I wearing the dress again? Sorry, go on.
In this dream, there is a... you're not sure whose perspective you're looking through, but you're in this very impressive building with mosaic floors, and there's lots of blue and gold trim everywhere. And you're looking at a large glass jar, large enough to fit a humanoid in it. And it just so happens there is, in fact, a humanoid in it. And they are looking to you, and they are screaming and yelling, and they're absolutely enraged, but you can't hear a single thing they're saying, and because the jar is somehow keeping all of the sound out. And you're not interested anyway. You're more interested in the notes and drawings that you've taken down, which don't seem to make any sense as you look at them. But then after you're satisfied with what you've taken down, even though you can't understand it, you then pull a lever and watch as the individual just seems to evaporate, just disappears. And you're a bit disappointed because that's not exactly the outcome you're hoping for. But you'll just have to try again, and then you wake up.
Were there skulls on anything?
No,
No.
the
Okay.
individual just disappeared.
Right. No. Or like on the anything else?
No
Was I wearing
skulls.
skulls? No. Okay. Well, Morzod looks a little bit kind of disconcerted as he comes out of the Veil of Sleep. Definitely kind of a little bit. He's thinky, but sort of uneasy thinky. Because yeah, that's a definitely prefer the dress.
So unless there's anything else you'd like to do while you're waiting for Zarek, we can fast forward to Zarek arriving and agreeing to...
Has everyone
Sorry, I
clicked
will-
long rest?
Yes, I have. It might reset your hit points, by the way, unless you tell it not to. Just as a heads up, if you've taken some hit point damage.
I don't think I'm even logged into Astral. Goodness.
But also, I'm going to let everybody know there's a collector team somewhere in the ruins.
Wait, there's a collector team in the ruins? You didn't mention that last night.
No, remember I said there was going to be something for us to discuss as a team? This is that
Oh,
thing.
this was it. Right.
Yes. So, there's a team in there. They might have something that they shouldn't. so we might need to acquire that from them.
Are they?
Um,
Is it like a recovery or is it like a rescue?
Well,
out of character, aside to GM,
Mm-hmm.
how well known are the collectors? Like, if you're not terribly clued in on artifacty stuff, would you know what the dickens this all is?
Morzod would not know about them. Dagmar would
Right.
not know about them.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Whom are the collectors?
oh right.
The worst.
They are an affiliation of independent contractors who are generally out to further human knowledge at only the very smallest financial recompense to themselves.
And why is
They
Steve coming
are-
out? with
You started
nostrils?
that with
Yeah, no, they are they're tomb raiders. They're robbers. They steal artifacts and sell them to the highest bidder. Do you have any idea how many artifacts are probably sitting in private collections right now that we'll never get our hands on? We'll never learn anything about them because of the collectors. And they definitely kill people before. So many society wizards and scholars would talk at the academy, and so many of them had scars from battles with the collectors, and some never come back.
How long have these people been in the ruins?
watch out for these gits.
Did Selma say? No.
I don't think she did. I can't remember.
A week or two,
Okay.
she said.
Yeah,
That's
I thought
right.
I heard 2 weeks.
When Zarek
aside.
shows up, I'll let him know as well.
Yes.
Cool. So
I
there
will
might
relay
be a
that-
group
I
of
won't say 2 weeks exactly. I'll just say for a while.
there might be a group of people who are of dubious moral character, or there might be a bunch of dead people.
I mean, dubious moral character is like I would say Patericus is a dubious moral character. Collectors are the absolute dregs of society.
Right. Cool.
Well, thank the gods I'm not a collector then.
Oh, you bet. You would. Don't be standing here if you were, Patericus.
Good to know.
Ozzy would have given you an atomic wedgie.
I would have shoved his head into a chamber pot, absolutely.
When you mentioned this to Zarek, he says, if it was 2 weeks ago, that was before we went down there. We didn't see anyone, but we didn't get very far in.
Is it particularly trapped down there? Like, did you set off any traps? Did you notice any traps had been set off?
He says, yeah, Shayla went down. She was in the lead. It was just Shayla and myself. She went ahead and, stepped on a trap, nearly took her foot off. So
Oh,
we
right, you did
just
mention that.
stopped and, made our way back up, which wasn't easy, I have to say, and got some healing from the local cleric.
I looked to Patericus just like a, do we tell him?
Would that have been Salmi, perchance?
Yes, cleric of Fainothwin.
Good. She visited us last night. Funnily enough, does she normally patrol around here?
Oh, we've seen her once or twice about. She seems, quite concerned about, people might be trying to rob the ruins. Of course, she can't patrol every night, but which is why we always try to keep someone on watch. But it's good to know that she's helping out when she can.
Yes. Praise the gods for attentive clerics.
Indeed.
Morzod is currently just gazing off into the distance at this point, by the way, for comedic effect.
Well, shall we?
We should.
I'm just curious, what's Morzod's moral compass read? This cleric is being super shady and you know it. Would he say anything, or is he not the kind to get involved?
It's not really any of his business. Is sort of the way he thinks about it.
It's a
He
different.
realizes that she's real cheeky and she's also real brave. And being a cleric, he's like, that could get you absolutely smoted.
Also, it's a different god to Morzod's.
Yeah.
If they were doing something that offended Burin Lach, I think Morzod might actually be a bit offended by it. But
Yes, absolutely. Although he's also pretty forgiving because some people are just very dense,
It's no good to
Sometimes
me.
they just do stuff that they really shouldn't, but they might just be real dumb. Morzon should know.
Okay, so Zarek agrees to escort you just after his after the Digmaster has consulted with him about what the day is going to be doing, and Zarek says that's fine. They haven't found anything new for me to identify yet, so I'll come with you and be back here later. So he leads you through the forest. There's another 15-20 minutes through fairly dense vegetation around here. You're getting into almost temperate rainforest here. It's one of those places where everything has something else growing on it. It's dense, the ferns, and I love the sound of the crickets coming through Doug's microphone because it's really setting the scene.
I thought it was effects. I didn't even realize.
No, we've got real crickets on this show.
Wow, no expense spared.
As you walk, you go past it's covered in centuries of growth, but you can just make out an enormous stone head lying on its side, probably about 15 feet in height, and you can see the neck section is broken, so it looks like it was probably part of a massive statue.
Or somebody just likes carving heads. But probably part of it.
Ossie's definitely going to make a note of it in his book. I mean, we know this is Genolton. Does he... I don't know.
If you ask Zarek, he says, yes, we believe this was associated with the Genold Palace. We think it is meant to represent the Emperor.
Oh, it's definitely a Genolton Palace. Mr. Rosso, do you know who this is?
Yes, hello. Oh, that's Zunny. Sorry. He doesn't like it when I call him that in public. That's Emperor Zun.
Right.
He was real big.
It's not to scale.
Oh.
Emperor... Oh, what's his name again? Not Zune. You literally just said it.
Zun.
It's
Zun. Thank you. I will say to Zarek. Yeah, it's probably Emperor Zun.
He says, we've been speculating on which era, but it is most likely, if it's associated with the palace, we're unclear on whether they kept effigies of former emperors up, but it is most likely to have been the last emperor. I agree.
Definitely late Genolton, these ruins. When we get a moment alone, I'll ask Zarasa, like, hey, did you keep up figures of old emperors? Or what?
And she says, well, there weren't any inside the palace. I seldom left the palace, you understand.
Right. I see. Good to know.
And eventually you come to what appears to be... you wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't have Zarek pointing it out to you as you almost fell into this sinkhole. It's about 10 feet across, 5 feet, a bit over 5 feet wide, and it just disappears into darkness, going straight down. And he takes out a rope and says, well, this is what we used to get down. Be careful, it's about 60 feet down there, so try not to lose your grip. But look, I need to get back to the dig, so if you think you'll be right, just need to know, look, how long do you think you'll be down there?
It's hard to say. I mean, how far did you get? I mean, I'm sure it'll be obvious.
Oh, look, when you get down there, you come into a room. There's a open doorway. You go through that, and then you step on a trap. That was our experience, so that's as far as we got.
Nice.
That first room, though, was where we found the stuff that you were asking about, like the paperweight.
Yes, of course. All right, well, perhaps a few hours, I can... If anything terrible happens, I can always send Glow out to find you, but that might not be
It says
possible.
glow. Oh, you're familiar. Yes. Yes, that would work. Yes, if I see you're familiar without you, I'll send help, I guess.
Sure.
Not sure who I can send, but we'll work something out. Maybe the cleric will help.
Yes, Selmy would be free.
She might be, yes. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
How are they securing the ropes to get down? Is it like a full-on, like, proper system, or is it a bit slapdash?
Do you ask Zarek this before he leaves?
You know what? Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Zara, just how well are the ropes secured?
Oh, look, all we did was tie it around a tree, and we're good with knots, so it's not like we haven't had to do this sort of thing before. But look, I can leave it up to you, but I can help set it up if you want. I wasn't the one who did it. You see, it was the dig master who set it up.
Right. Which one of you is good at tying knots?
Mozart would probably be pretty good because he's got a bit of sailor going on.
Okay, Morzod, give me a survival check, please.
Do you want to use the immovable rod again, or should we not?
It's probably a good idea if that thing's not going anywhere. How far away does it keep working from there?
I mean, I think you just open it and it stays there.
Yep. You
All
click
right,
the
okay.
button, and it permanently stays like that until you click it again.
Doesn't
Now, anyone can click it, can't they?
Yes.
Don't like that.
18 total for survival though.
Okay. So decide
Sweet.
decide how you're setting up the rope.
Yeah.
Well, if we put the rod and then put an awful damn lot of really good sailor's knots on, then we could probably do like a harness for rappelling down. I don't know. Because I mean,
the tree's sturdy, right?
oh no, we definitely attach it to the rod because a tree could move. Oh wait, yeah, because if someone comes along to the rod, it's a good point.
The other problem with the rod is that it is just a straight metal bar, which a lot of knots could slide off if the rod is not perfectly flat.
Oh, so it goes horizontally. You can't plant it vertically.
Well, you could,
Yeah,
but
'cause if you
Let's not use it. Look.
all right.
Also, Zarek, just as a note, can you not let that cleric in here during the day, please? Like, she's not licensed. This is a dig site. Like, don't do it.
okay. I mean, sure, but I think you're the only person in this group, except you. Okay, you all need. Yeah, all right. Yes, you all need to go down. I can understand. Right. All right.
Unless we're
I don't want to
trouble.
get in I don't want to get in trouble with the higher ups.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
these
I mean,
stuff.
like, I'm not sure I could stop her if I needed to, but all right. I mean, if she asks, I'll ask her not to.
Thank you. Just to stay above board, she hasn't signed the paper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely understand. All right.
I mean,
Well, I should
you
get
like
back.
it.
I'll
Was that
leave you to
Mozart?
it. He says.
No, not
Thank
Mozart. That was
Oh.
indie voice. Sorry,
Ah,
sorry.
Have we signed the paperwork?
Shut up, yes.
Carry on.
Like, it's a waiver. I'm not responsible if you hurt yourselves.
All right. So yep, Mozart has tied an awful lot of knots, and it actually looks pretty secure.
Yep. Who's going down first?
I'll go.
I'll send Glow down to the bottom.
Okay.
Dagmar probably doesn't even need the ropes.
So Glow flies down. Are you looking through Glow's eyes?
Yeah, I'll put a hand on whoever's standing next to me.
As Glow goes down, it becomes clear to you that it is pitch black down the bottom.
Right.
Well, almost pitch black. There's just the tiniest amount of sunlight filtering in, but it's very dappled. It's definitely dim light. And what you see down the bottom is rubble from. Looks like there's been a collapse that caused the sinkhole, and there's a bit of rubble, and then to the side of that there's another cavity below which there is it looks like a room with 4 walls, and there seem to be greenery, ferns, some fallen branches, a bit of soil, which again appears to have fallen down from above.
It's pretty dark down there.
Yeah,
Terracus, if you wanted to just FYI, put your lights up.
Perfect. I'll light up 4 shades and send them down.
Cool. Yes, four of the shades around you just spontaneously combust into dancing lights and head down.
Do they seem to enjoy it?
Vitericus, you've never seen any evidence that your shades have any opinion whatsoever on what you're doing with them.
Yes, correct. That's fine. So yes, they look like they've been hit with a torch through the middle. Their cores light up and down they go.
So all we see is lights.
Yeah, but all you see is these little orbs of light. You don't see the shades
Dagmar
themselves.
thinks they are very pretty.
Haha, watch this, and I'm going to make them dance around a little bit too, as they descend into the hole.
Oh, that's cute.
Some formation
Love
flying
that.
and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, Dagmar will go down first.
Okay, Dagmar, give me a climb athletics check, please.
What's my other?
7.
Good news is the difficulty was 5 because
Ooh.
Morzod did a pretty good job with the rope. So, Dagmar, you make it down a few times. Your feet slip against the side of the sinkhole, but you manage to maintain your grip on the rope and you make it down in one piece.
Cool.
Nice.
Can I
I'll
have
go
a
next.
little look around the room while they're coming down?
Yep, I will actually move everybody to the map.
Ooh,
Boy, a map. Love maps.
we're in the dungeon.
Yeah, boy.
We're doing a dungeon crawl.
Hey, it's the fungeon.
Oh my.
So
That's
if
so
everything
pretty.
is working correctly, we're now, for this map, we're actually using dynamic line of sight and lighting.
Oh no.
And I said this door is open, so this door is now open, so you should be able to see out into the corridor, but nothing else.
Cool.
Did the rest of us need to make checks to get down?
Yes, I will take athletics checks from everybody else.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess I'm going last because I'm like belaying
Hey.
for everyone.
I also rolled a 7.
Ooh, 15.
Ooh,
Nice.
Or it's athletics, did you say?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay. Oof! 8 total.
ooh.
No one's belaying for me, so my landing is a little bit heavy.
Vitericus and Morzod just managed to scramble your way down. Orsi is actually looks remarkably agile on the descent.
Indiana Aussie.
Yeah.
We need to get Orsi a hat. So,
Yes.
Good luck trying to get Ozzy to
Not
wear a
that-
hat.
Not on that hair.
No way. Ruin his braids.
Only a nightcap.
Yeah. Like one of those ribbons to keep his braids down.
of course, the curious thing about this line of sight thing is that the viewers are seeing what I'm seeing, because that's what I'm recording. So the viewers at home are going to be seeing what you encounter before you encounter it.
Oh,
Oh,
scary.
Rude.
no spoilers, friends.
Good thing we
Although
don't
I
have a
tell you
light
what, the thing we're watching is the thing we can see is pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in this rectangular room with ferns and rocks and branches and so forth. And yeah, you can see there's a door open. There's some kind of corridor out there. And at this point, in this square here, you can actually see just a small patch of looks like dried blood. Fairly recent.
Right, well, I assume that's the trap that they stepped in. Dagmar, you might need to be on point for a little while here. You're pretty good with traps, right?
Yep. I am yes, yeah. It's been a while, but yeah.
Party broke, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, once you're down, you're all noticing very strong smell of damp soil, and everything down here is much damper than the forest floor was above you. And you realize that there are actually trickles of water coming down the side of the sinkhole. All right, Dagmar, first of all, give me a perception check, please. Actually, no, let's make this an investigation check because you've already got a rough idea of where the trap is.
Excellent. I have a higher investigation score. 19.
19. You do see that there's not just the trap that has already been triggered, but you do see a couple more in the area that haven't been triggered. They're basically very straightforward tripwires, but at a level where they actually conform to the stonework below, to the, what's the phrase I'm looking for? The mortar in between. So they're very difficult to spot, but if you know there's something there, they're quite easy to find. And I will now need a dexterity check from you if you're going to disarm them. And this is plus your proficiency bonus, since you are proficient with thieves' tools.
Oh, that's right. How do I add that one?
Do it automatically.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's 16.
16, and we'll just check what your proficiency bonus is at level 4, which I should know, but I don't.
It should be a +2.
Yeah, it's 2 for me.
That sounds right. Yep. Okay, so it's a total of 18, which is enough. You're able to very carefully remove the mechanism that would activate, and you can see that the traps are basic, just spring steel with one edge. One side has got a rough edge on it. Very much a very easy to set up trap, and it looks like, as you're working on them, it looks like these are not covered in any dust or soil or any mold or anything like that. It looks like these have been set up quite recently.
Ooh,
Haven't they just?
look.
Well, I am going to relay that to the group while I am busily doing my Mission Impossible business.
Oh,
Doing that thing with a mechanic.
I should also say for the viewers, this is your first time seeing our new character avatars for Astral Tabletop. So thank you for Zindi, who drew these on the last weekend. Did you do that on your live stream? Is that right?
Yeah. I stream out on Sundays, and I was like, time to draw tiny cute things.
So if you tune into her on Twitch, then every now and again you'll be able to see her do these lovely little drawings. And last Sunday she just happened to throw these together, and we all said we are definitely using these in the game, and so we are.
Would Orsi or Vatericus know of the collectors laying traps like this to try and protect their claimed area?
Orsi, you've heard stories of collectors laying traps behind them once they've entered an area.
This definitely looks like something the collectors would do.
Wow, they are jerks.
No, they're horrible, horrible people. Just the worst.
And I
Well,
think
not all of us have access to guards that we can just.
What do you mean
post
us?
places.
What is us?
Sorry, carry on.
Jeez, man. Let slip.
And with that slip of the tongue, let's take a short break for Doug to think about what he's going to say next. And we'll take a short break. We'll come back here in 15 minutes. And I believe at this point I'm going to play our Patriot video for our viewers, so it's not just me saying we'll be back and hey, we're back. So we'll be back after this message. Hello, I'm David. I'm the Dungeon Master and showrunner for AntipoDnD. That's AntipoDnD Dungeons & Dragons. AntipoDnD is a show in which a group of Aussies play Dungeons & Dragons in a homebrew setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. We pre-record episodes weekly and upload them to YouTube on Fridays. Each episode is about 2 to 3 hours long. Though this is my first time running a show like this, I feel like it's the kind of thing I was almost born to do. I have backgrounds in theatre, including acting, writing and directing, visual arts, game design, animation, and I used to work as a writer at BioWare where I created content for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Meanwhile, the players I invited to the show are all creative Australians like myself. Kynwyn is an accomplished novelist and TV writer. Doug is an amazing tabletop miniature painter. Zindy is an incredibly prolific artist who did the official character art for our own show. And April is a concept artist who works for Wizards of the Coast, creating, among other things, official creatures for Dungeons & Dragons. Together, we're telling a story about 4 strangers who travel to a mysterious archipelago on the far side of the world, where gods walk among commoners, hidden in plain sight, and titans loom over the horizon. Through Patreon, we're giving you, the viewer, an opportunity to support us financially in the ongoing production of AntipoDnD. Your support will go towards covering the costs involved in production, improving the quality of the show, and maybe even hiring additional help so that I can focus more on running the game instead of producing the show. In return for your support, you can choose to receive rewards such as your name in the closing credits, downloads of the tokens and battle maps that I make for the show, and stat blocks and descriptions for unique monsters and items for you to use in your own D&D games. If you can't support us financially, that's fine. We know that not everybody has that option. The show will always be free to watch as it is right now, and if all you can do is let us know that you're enjoying it, then that's more than enough to keep us going. But if you are able to help us with this journey, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the Wandering Isles. And we're back, and we're back. Thank you for sticking with us. So our characters have climbed down this sinkhole into these ancient ruins and are in a room filled with ferns and other debris that seems to have fallen down from below, and Dagmar has just disarmed the ankle slicer traps that were just outside the door to this room.
And they looked kind of new. And we were discussing about terrible people leaving traps.
Yeah, Tara, because you said we. What did you mean by that?
Well, look, not all of us can afford to pay people to mind our stuff. Sometimes we have to safeguard it ourselves. Now,
Right.
I agree 100% that what these collectors are doing here is deplorable and is in no way condonable as action. But I understand where the impulse comes from. I still think we should disarm them and confront them about it later, but, you know.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Shall we push on?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up with the traps.
Morzord, what are you doing with that thing you found?
My what?
That lizard thing.
Oh, the little fella. Well, no, he's back at camp with what's his name, Han, with the neck. No, this is no place for a little fella. Didn't bring him.
Okay.
When?
Yeah.
Morzod, as you say, no place for a little fella. Glow glares at you.
Should really
Dagmar
consider
also
a
had a look
familiar.
glance up.
Should really consider a familiar instead. Much
I mean,
better.
yeah, Glow's not a little fella anyway. We're well aware that she's fully grown.
Ozzy doesn't even know how to
Okay.
respond.
These
He's just gonna like look confused for a bit.
Look,
Dagmar's going to take a cautious step.
he's young, and it's probably gonna be dangerous.
Cool. Dagmar, you step through the doorway and nothing tries to cut your feet off. As you
I take my work very seriously.
What level is that Daisy Cutter set to? She might go over her head anyway.
to your
I believe it was
right,
at ankle height.
to your right, Dagmar, you see rubble. It looks like part of the ceiling has collapsed here and it's completely blocked off. To your left, as you look down the corridor, you can see it comes to an end. And you can see that there are some mushrooms and there's sort of mold and moss everywhere down here. And you're starting to smell it also. It's a very strong smell of rotting vegetation and soil down here.
It's starting to smell like home.
I'm going to go
Yeah,
to
look,
cover
it's
my
not a
nose
cozy
with
hole.
the cloak of the manta ray, and then notice the tendrils sort of reaching for my mouth again, and quickly drop it. I'm just going to have to live with the smell, I guess. That's fine. That cave-in on the right, does that look new, or is that old?
Give me an investigation check. Or... No, investigation, yeah.
+1. For a 12.
Hard to say. It's not fresh and shiny.
Cool.
There is mold and moss. There is moss on the rocks.
Okay.
They have not been rolling recently.
Dagmar, do you see anything else? Is there any other traps?
Can I look?
Yes, give
Do I
me
need to roll again?
give me a perception check to see if there's anything trap-like in your vicinity.
11.
Nope, it all looks pretty clear.
Right,
Yeah, I have my
so-
goggles on over my eyes pretty much this whole time.
All right, Vin Diesel.
So
I look like a little Batman.
I think
They're
while
not-
we're moving around with limited vision, I might ask each of you to try to move with arrow keys if you can.
okay.
So you're moving one square at a time, because who knows what's going to happen if you just charge around the next corner. And I'd like to be able to
Yeah.
describe what you're seeing as you see it.
Are these some like
Yeah.
crates and stuff over here? Like some big, like some mushrooms growing out? of
Yeah,
stuff
they
and
look
things?
they do look like storage and crates and various things like that. But they also look very rotten. Like you could probably poke your finger right through one of them.
We should really get a little icon for Glow. I want to send her over here, just to sit on top. And just look
Okay.
down the way.
So,
Shall I move Orsi for that, or?
only if you're viewing through Glow's eyes.
Yes, I'd like to.
Okay, well in that case you can move Orsi down there.
Vatericus, come here. I need to put my hand on your shoulder. Thank you. Sorry, Dagmar, you're too short.
That's
And you're
fine.
grabbing a handful of booby if you go over to Mozart.
I will send Glow to like sit here, just to see what she sees.
Okay. So you can now see what Glow sees because of your line of sight. And
I'll describe it.
yep, there are more of these. There are a few more of these rotten storage crates. Their contents are currently undiscernible to you, or indiscernible. But there are also a lot of mushrooms. There's a lot of fungus growing down here.
Right. I'll talk out loud, just describe what I see. It looks like there's another doorway, like a hallway going down. I can't really see beyond that. And I'll pop out of Glow's vision, but I'll leave her sitting there.
God, there's toadstools everywhere.
So,
Yeah,
thank you.
do the mushrooms look particularly, like, toxic or off?
Well, there's a red one. That's fly agaric, and you don't want to eat that.
Anybody who wants to investigate them can give me a nature check, please.
Yo, do I have nature? Can we do a con?
I have lots of nature.
I got -1 to nature because that's int. Nope.
I have +5. I'll do it.
I feel like knowing whether a mushroom's gonna kill you or not should be wisdom, not in.
I've got 13.
13. The main thing you're noticing is that these mushrooms are quite large. Mushroom farming is something that happens in dwarven stoneholds. It's not a bad way to keep a sustainable source of protein going. But you don't remember ever seeing mushrooms grow quite this large in that context. Certainly nothing you've ever had on a plate was larger than the plate itself.
Right. Yeah, look, I have seen a lot of mushrooms underground in my day, and none of them have looked like this. I guess my best advice is don't touch anything underground that looks weird.
Good advice. Just
Indeed.
be careful of spores too. I'm just nervous about if we bump one of them. I don't really want to breathe in a bunch of mushroom.
Vitericus, I assume you've got your dancing lights moving around down here.
Sorry, yes, I'm just sort of moving them around the party so that we've got some light and probably out ahead.
As soon as Horsey mentions spores, you actually notice there's a slight misty appearance to the air around the dancing lights, and you think there probably are spores of some kind floating through the air.
Unappealing.
Well, speaking of spores, people, there are some in the air. Shall we... Does anyone have anything that would clear that?
Really?
Well, I have nothing.
I don't believe that clerics have got anything.
I mean, I could summon a mage hand and just sort of waft them away if that's going to help, but I don't know that that's...
Big flaky.
I could flap my hat.
Yeah.
I think we might be better off maybe just putting a little bit of fabric or something over our mouths.
Nice, right? I've
Oh,
got
hey,
it.
that would work too.
Morse is gonna pull up his neck collar
Mhm.
over his mouth.
Yep. Morzod's
Morzod's lacking.
No. He'd have a cloth. You gotta know where your towel
Oh,
is.
he's got a sash.
If he takes that off, you'll get more Morzod than you bargained for.
Dagmar is not at a height where she wants that.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely a cranial damage hazard.
The four of you hear a voice in your head say, "What smells like spell components? Oh, where are we?"
Oh man, is that their mushrooms that have got out of control? It's like the potatoes in Aperture Science. Help!
An excellent question. Zarasa, we seem to have dropped in near some mushrooms. I assume they're your spell components?
Well, this could be a storeroom, and they could just be growing out of rotten food that's been here for 800 years.
She says,
100 years?
"This isn't my lab."
You're not my
I
dude.
gathered that.
But
It is where they found you, though, apparently.
I don't.
I was
you're
in
right,
my
they did
lab.
find her here.
I was in my lab. The soul
mean-
vessel was in my lab. Why would they not find it? I'm confused.
I mean, again, Zarasa, it's been 800 years. All sorts of things. There could have been earthquakes. There could have been creatures roaming about. All
Someone
sorts of
could have
things
turned it
could have
over already.
Tomb Raiders, who knows?
Yeah.
Jokes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right.
You were very shiny.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, going back to sleep now.
Good
Okay.
chat.
All right, shall we press on?
Press on?
Dagmar, did you want to take point and just keep an eye out?
Yeah, we'll do.
Go ahead.
Move over here.
I will follow behind Paterica.
Gonna slowly. Should I roll perception again?
Okay, yes, please.
Should really have put more points into wisdom. Oops.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
17.
Okay, as you look down this corridor, you see there are actually lots of little alcoves off to the side. Most of them are, all you can see is a dark entrance. Vitericus, are you sending your lights down to help with viewing all of this?
Yeah, I'll send a couple down that way. I think,
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. Let me quickly reread Dancing Lights. I think they kind of have to stay together.
I think they do, yeah.
Within 20 feet of another light. So I'll just string a bunch down this way.
Okay.
Oh,
It looks
that's
like I can get most of them down pretty well. Yeah, that should be fine.
You do see a few of these entrances have what actually look like bars, like jail bars across them. And at the very far end, right down the end of the corridor, you can just make out there's what appears to be a moss-covered chair with a humanoid figure slumped in it. And just from where you can see, they appear to have their eyes open. And they're just staring back at you.
Great.
What do you see?
So there's someone at the end of the corridor.
What do you mean? A body or a person? Like alive?
At first glance, dead. Second glance, staring, with her eyes. So, alive? Zombie? I don't know.
I'm not sending glow down there. Absolutely not.
Well,
Anyone else?
Nothing's
Zarasa,
going
do you
to
know anything
change.
about this? Sorry, the therapist go on.
No. Nothing's going to change if we don't move, right? Let's move.
Zarasa, do you know anything about these bars? Are we in some sort of prison or a holding cell?
There is a dungeon under the palace somewhere.
Right.
Starting to get a sneaking suspicion that might be where we are.
I've never seen it, so maybe?
Come on, Terex, move.
Ah, yes. Sorry. Hang on.
Oh, I've just popped it. Yeah.
Ozor, are you coming?
Coming, Morsey?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll put glow on Dagmar's shoulder.
Thank you. I mean, it's not padded, but that's fine.
She's not digging into you. She's just hitting you.
She's not digging into you.
She's a sweetie. Cool.
If we need glow on the screen, by the way, there's a token in the channel.
Oh, neat. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
She's so cute. I love her little face.
I'm going to try to very quickly create that for you.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, it's our redhead friend. Oh.
It's my new character.
Yes.
That's my familiar.
We absolutely need to have an NPC at some point who's a redhead warrior with a big wolfy shield. You look familiar. We met.
Have we glimpsed you at the start of every battle?
Some kind of folkloric Valkyrie.
She heralds danger.
Hmm. Or more minotaurs. One of the two.
I love
There we go.
her.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute.
Hey, I thought I changed her name. Come on. Be good to me, Astral.
Did you light any incense?
Glow.
Thank you.
Lovely.
And
Now we have bird.
Come hang out with
assign
me,
to
bird.
player April. There you go. So you can
Yay.
control Glow now.
Cool. I will put her. I'll just put her there. Sorry, Dagmar.
All good.
Now you have
Alrighty,
bird.
so we are coming up on a
Okay.
here.
Dagmar, here you see left and right, you see these do appear to be very small dungeon cells, but the doors, the bars are open.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from some mushrooms, they appear to be unoccupied.
Cool. On
Can
we
I
go.
make, well, when we go past, when Aussie goes past one, can I just make like an investigation check or something? Has he ever read about mushrooms like this, or have any of the other society members told him about
We can
what
make
to
that
expect?
nature or history.
I'll do a history. Ooh, 20 flaccid.
20 flaccid. So
I'm never gonna get over you calling it that. I'm never.
sadly,
I know where I heard
nothing really occurs to you about finding mushrooms in dungeons, or there's no specific knowledge that comes back to you. You do know that one of the gods, whose name I need to double check because I am not the encyclopedia I try to be. So
Engadon?
Engadon,
Maybe?
yes.
Engadon.
Engadon is associated with putrefaction, formless god of decay, rot, pestilence, poison, and is sometimes depicted as, as depicted as the mother or father of mushrooms, among other things.
Mushroom.
And you do know that Engadon is believed to have reawakened in the past 60 years, but there is no common knowledge about where Engadon's titan, power, or persona may be.
Yes, as we walk and look
Oh,
at all the
no.
mushrooms. Have all of you heard of Engadon before?
Ish.
Just tavern stories.
I mean, no one knows where they are.
Ah!
Definitely
Okay.
important. Ah!
With that step, I suddenly need everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh my god. Close with you. Copyright music.
As
Sorry.
17.
Dagmar, as you're walking down the corridor from your right, you hear this, and this humanoid form charges towards you.
My initiative is completely in character, being at the back of the party. I rolled 7. That's realistic, friends.
So 7 for Morzod. That was a 9 for Orsi.
Yeah. And Glow as well.
22 for Vatericus.
Oh, you are into that.
And 17 for Dagmar, yes? This game log in D&D Beyond is very handy.
Nice. Even tells you what people rolled. It's why I couldn't pretend about that natty 1 that I got earlier. Like, yeah, I was just testing the... No, that was my perception.
It's like I hit it by accident.
Yep. Pilot error.
Sorry, I just made a silly mistake. That's okay. I shall sort it out momentarily, and we'll be right into your next encounter.
Spoken like a true DM. I love that.
Yep. It is my job to disarm and mislead.
And also
Okay.
do that DM smiley.
Vatericus, you are the first to respond as you suddenly hear this horrible wailing, screaming sound coming from the alcove to the right of Dagmar. What do you do?
Can I squeeze past where Dagmar is?
You can pass through someone else's space. You
maybe?
just can't finish in their space,
Great.
as long as they're an ally.
And Dagmar
Okay,
gets an attack of
okay.
opportunity to punch you in the nads as you go past.
25, so I will go to 30. So I'll move my full 30 to there. I don't know, is it worth spending a bardic at this point? I don't think it is. So I am going to look this creature in its, I assume, milky, cataracted dead eyes.
Yeah, you can now get a slightly better look at it. It is a
Covered in
humanoid
fury.
form with pallid skin. Its eyes are indeed white and cataracty, and you can also see what appear to be mushrooms growing out of it.
He looks like a fun guy to be around.
You love your body horror, don't you?
Zindy just stole my vicious mockery. That's
Oh,
fine.
sorry.
So I'm going to look at dead in its milky, cataracted eyes and go, is this how you greet guests after 800 years? You, my friend, are not a fun guy. And I will vicious mockery it.
Okay.
That is a wisdom saving throw against my now abysmal 12. After all that bloody charisma hits I keep taking. It's fine.
It rolls an 18.
Nervous.
Oh.
Ooh, clever boy.
So it succeeds on its save.
Yeah, nothing happens.
It didn't like your pun.
Did not. Okay, well, that's me. I tried, guys.
You did.
You did.
Dagmar, you have basically experienced a horrible scream from your side. You turn just to see this fungal zombie, and then you hear and as you do so, Vitericus just squeezes past behind you and yells an insult, which appears to have no effect on it. It is your turn.
You hear this horrible scream, and then you hear this horrible dad joke.
Orsi, you're up after this.
I am going to oh shit, where did my page go? I'm going to draw my short sword for a change. And I'm just going to basically react. Oh shit, no, I have daggers. Alright, I'm gonna draw my daggers. I have daggers.
I mean, they're a short sword for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little person.
Unless they're dwarf daggers, they're probably people-sized daggers, in which case.
If I have two daggers, can I use them both at the same time, or is that...
You got monkey grip.
So if you have like offhand weapon, I'm pretty sure you can do that. Like you can use it as a bonus action. You can use your offhand weapon. Double check, I'm not a rogue.
Right, yeah.
You
So
roll.
I have two weapon fighting, but I don't know. Anyway. That was an 18 to hit.
If you check in your like actions tab, it should say something like that. Like
Yeah, it should tell you what kind of an attack it is.
not a rogue. So
No, just melee weapon.
Do you have two weapon fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon, such as a dagger, you can use your bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon.
Oh, wicked, yep.
Cool.
Cool.
So an 18 hits. Please roll for damage. And please move into melee range with the zombie.
Alright, yeah. So it's 4 for dagger number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and my D&D Beyond just rebooted. 1 second, please. Bring back my character.
To me, oh, bring back my character to me.
Pretty sure that's not copyrighted.
It's probably been out of copyright for a while.
A sizable time. Cool. And then it's a 15 for my second dagger to hit.
That also hits.
And that's a 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, so after Vitericus hurls a rather ineffectual insult at this zombie, Dagmar immediately steps forward and dagger, 2 holes into this thing, and it goes... It's not making eye contact with you at all, and its motions are almost like it's being puppeted.
Man, we have
Good
really
vibes.
bad luck with things up the backsides of our zombies.
Orsi,
We got
it is your turn, and Morzod, you'll be after this.
Yes.
so just FYI, if you go to your bonus action tab, Dagmar, you can see your. I'm pretty sure it's in there.
Hey, yep.
Yeah. And don't forget, you're also a skirmisher as well, just FYI.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can move half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of you. Just don't forget.
Oh, that's right.
That's cool.
Okay, I will move 5, 10, 15, 20. Glow has poofed back to me at this point.
Okay.
25. And I will cast Mind Sliver at this guy. So that's an intelligence saving throw of 12, super play.
I feel like it's going to fail.
Don't say that, it might not.
Well, it rolled an 8 and it gets -4 on intelligence rolls.
Rad, okay. So instead of lashing out with a real whip, I lash out with like a brain whip.
With mind bullets.
And it takes 1d6, so it takes 3 psychic damage, and
That's telekinesis.
it has to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So if the Terracus does anything with a saving throw, it's minus
Yell at
d4.
it again.
Cool. And I will just take a step. This way.
Okay.
And I think Glow got scared when Dagmar yelled, so she's not going to do anything.
Yeah, well, if Glow's scared of a powerful owl, Glow is definitely scared of a horrible fungus-filled zombie thing.
Yeah.
Morzod, it is your turn.
Right. God, there's not much space to move in here, is there? Yeah, so I can't really reach around. Well, I'm gonna come up here at the very least. Move my way up. Because I don't have any bonuses. Squish past people, but I suppose I can get on the other side, can't I? So that we're all at least fanned out.
Yeah, you
So
can.
if I
You can move. You can move through your
Get my
allies'
way
space. Yeah.
around Horsey and get myself over here.
Yes, unimpressed.
Especially, yeah, I was cramming through behind you there. I'm just going. But yeah, then I'm just gonna ready. If I get within range, I'm gonna hit it with my mace.
Okay. Well, it is now the zombie's turn. It is going to take a swing at Dagmar. It's actually going to make 2 attacks. With a natural 1, it definitely misses its first attack. And does a 12 hit your armor class, Dagmar?
It does not.
Okay. So dagger into this thing, and it reels back and just flails wildly and scrapes its claws against the wall. And then, coming out of this alcove, another zombie appears.
Knew it. That's why I didn't go over there. I was like,
And it's going to take a couple of swings at Morzod.
I got a ready action. Cool.
Yes, Morzod, you get a free attack on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce the crap out of that thing. So who goes first, it or me?
You get the hit first,
Right,
because
I was ready.
yeah, you were ready.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let me see here. Where's my actions? Swing with the mace. That is a 16 total.
16 hits.
Okay. Rolling damage. And that is a 4 total.
Okay, 4 points of damage.
Yep. Spot.
So you step out ready to assist Dagmar, and out of the corner of your eye, this thing rushes out, and you manage to swing your mace back or swing your war skillet at it, and
No, we still got the mace for now. We're
still got the mace for now. Okay. And now it is going to try to hit you with a 16. Does that hit you?
I don't think it does, but let me double check. I'm a class 18. That is bouncing off my pecs, fam.
That is a miss, and next roll is an 11, so that also misses you.
Yeah, okay. Whatever that was, I'm glad this thing is made of mushrooms.
And responding to its allies, the figure that was seated at the end of the hallway leaps up and moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
That's a lot of movement.
that's 35, 40. That's its movement, and it can't quite reach anybody. So it's just going to use the rest of its movement to get into melee range of Morzod, but it can't attack on this turn.
Yo, is that an attack of opportunity, it moving into my range?
Only if you've got a feat that lets you do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Normally
Okay.
it's...
Just moving into your range. Generally, opportunity attacks happen when something leaves your melee range.
Yeah.
Passing through, yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Viewers at home are seeing secret things I'm doing that the players can't see. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not about to drop Tarask on your head.
Yeah.
Tarask falls, everyone dies. What do we do to this?
Vitericus,
Undead fungal Tarask.
Vitericus, it is your turn again.
Who's drawing that, you or me?
And Dagmar, you'll be next.
Go for it.
You're muted, Vitericus.
Why am I muted? Anyway. Great. Well, I'm going to look at the zombie that has been mind slivered and go, too intellectual for you? I understand. 800 years does take a terrible toll on the brain. But you'll get there, I promise, one day. And I'm going to Vicious Mockery it again.
Okay, and that is... sorry, what kind of save is that?
Wisdom minus a d4, is that what Munster's doing for us?
Minus all these D4.
Yep.
I'll roll the
well.
d4. So it's -4 total.
Oh, nice.
Sadly, it rolled a 19.
Ah, dip.
So 15, does 15 succeed? I think it does.
It does.
Yep.
It does. I'm only 12 at the moment because somebody keeps stealing my charisma.
So again, I'm afraid, no effect.
That's fine.
This zombie is unimpressed.
Anything else in your turn, Vitericus?
I am going to call out Morzod, how you going?
It's getting a little bit crowded in here.
It's okay. Don't believe in you. Believe in me, who believes in you. And I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration.
My God. You did not.
Sure did.
You're gonna die in episode 7, man. Oh.
Morzod, you don't necessarily need to take the inspiration.
No,
kind
it's
of-
cool.
You do,
It's
because
cool.
my bardic inspirations is down to 2 because of the charisma hit. I completely missed that.
Listen, Morzod
Ah.
is down with believing in things, okay? So we're cool. I can take that.
Now it's a d6, though. Was it always a d6?
I think it was,
always
yeah,
a D6.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Dagmar, it's your turn, unless Vitericus you want to move.
No, I am going to eye my sword for the first time this adventure, though, and go, maybe I should be trying to use this thing instead.
Okay, Dagmar, and Orsi, you'll be next.
I'm going to extract my daggers from this thing and try and give them another slashy. So we will. Oh fuck. Well, it's a 7 for a hit on the first one,
That's a miss.
and for the second one, it's a 22
That is a hit.
That one got him.
for 7 damage.
Ooh, not bad for a dagger.
It's a human-sized
Just little, I get them right in the vitals.
Does this guy have vitals anymore? Ooh, you got him right in the end.
Well, I'm making a hole so whatever's in there comes out.
I don't think we want that.
So another one dagger seems to get caught on its clothing, which you'll notice is relatively... it's not as rotten and decayed as you'd expect given the surroundings. You think this zombie might not have been dead for all that long, if indeed it is dead at the moment.
Oh, man.
But the dagger plunges... First dagger gets caught, but the second dagger plunges into its neck and it goes...
I like that Discord mutes him every time he makes the zombie noises, so we're not sure exactly how bad the noises are.
Oh, am I being muted?
Yeah,
Bad.
we get the first bit of the scream, and then Discord's like, "No zombies in here, fam."
Bad Discord. I have to do something about that because I'm using Discord to record my voice now. So, Orsi, it is your turn, and Morzod, you'll be next.
Hey, he hasn't seen Vatericus, but he's just sort of standing there exasperated, like, hit it. So he's gonna, excuse me, Glow, go here. And same thing, Mind Sliver on this guy down here.
Okay.
So intelligence saving throw of 12.
Yep, rolls a 3. And minus 4, so 0.
Nice. Takes 6 psychic damage.
Excellent. The zombie takes after the dagger goes in, it goes as something seems to be messing with its brain.
So
Can we see its brain? We feel like, ooh, that's getting messed with.
All you can see are mushrooms growing out of its brain.
Oh, man.
Are
you okay, DM?
Next saving throw is again minus D4. And this time, he's gonna move back here. I would like Glow to do the help action. So she is going to. Who goes after me? The zombie. Who's the first person after me? Morzod.
Yep.
Yes, Morzod is next.
All right. She's gonna harry this one and just get all up in its business and give Morzod advantage.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah. And then she'll fly back out when that happens.
Morzod, it is your turn. You've just seen Glow fly over your shoulder, and it is currently harrying the zombie in front of you. It's not doing any damage, but the zombie appears to be distracted.
Clearly, yeah. Look, I'm gonna swing to hit again and see if I can smush this guy.
With advantage?
With advantage. So now do it. How do I? The right click and with advantage. There we go. Roll and dip. Is that how that works? I just rolled my mace twice.
Yeah, then it takes the higher one.
Yep.
That's advantage.
And 12
You've also
12
got a
does
D6.
hit.
Oh, good.
12 hits. Awesome. Cool. Are there any buffs or debuffs to the actual damage, or is it just straight up damage?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, unless you, I don't know, is it undead? Do you have advantage against undead? I have no idea.
Look, I don't think so. I've got turn undead that I've got in here, but
Oh, that's a channel divinity. That's different.
yeah, and like, if these guys even, I mean, do they count as undead for these purposes?
Don't know.
Give me, Morzod, this is somewhat in your domain, so please give me a religion or nature check, whichever you'd prefer.
Both of them are -1 because they're int. I'm gonna go religion. Yeah, okay, so that's a 17 with the -1.
Okay, you know that regular zombies are considered undead. Undead means that they have been reanimated by some kind of magic, or it's a restless soul like a ghost or something like that. Unless this is a magical fungus that's infecting it, you think it's possible that these beings are not considered undead. They might be human bodies which are essentially being used as meat puppets by plant matter.
So basically, I can't feel janky evil stuff about them.
They might feel a bit evil, but they
Well, I
don't.
mean, yeah,
but
gross.
they don't feel undead. You don't get
They don't
that
feel undead. Yeah,
aura of stinky that you might get.
You don't have the jangles on the aura.
Which you have experienced because you did encounter the aquatic zombies on the ship in the in session 0.5, which isn't on the stream, but you have encountered proper undead zombies, and these are not like they.
Jeez. So they're like cordyceps. It's like Last of Us in here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically anybody who saw Planet Earth back in 2008 had this idea for a zombie at some point. So
Cordyceps were all the rage for a while in concept art.
I mean, they're just fun to draw, though.
So, Morzod, anything else on your turn?
Look, no, I don't think I've really got much other than just try to hit the guys. And I did, so 5 damage.
Okay. Speaking of trying to hit the guys, it is now the zombies' turn. One is going to take 2 attacks on Dagmar. Does a
Yo, I've got 2-weapon fighting. Cool.
Does a 14 hit? Dagmar, you're muted.
Yes, it does.
Okay. And I assume a 22 also hits.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take... Uh, 1d6 plus 3 twice. So you take 5 points of slashing damage plus, another 9 points of slashing damage as this creature just starts raking at you with these sort of bony claws that it looks like its fingertips have just sort of rotted away. It's just bone coming at you.
Gonna give a little shout.
And Morzod, I think you know what's coming.
The other guy?
Does I don't think a 13 hits you, does it?
Nope. Bouncing off the decks.
So the first zombie attacks twice, misses twice. The second zombie attacks twice, hits you with a total of 24, I believe.
Right, yep, that does in fact hit me.
And misses its second attack.
Right.
So these things are all just sort of clawing at you, and they're mostly just brushing off you, hitting your arm. Are you wearing armor?
Technically, but it's like movie armor because, like, you've seen my drawings.
Oh,
No, I'm actually wearing. I think it's medium or heavy. Like, I've got some decent armor going on. My AC is 18.
We'll have to find some.
Probably heavy armor if it's that high.
Have to find a way to consolidate with your character art because I love your character art.
Yeah. Look, I'll just have him start.
It's a very strong vest.
Yes. Carrying more skillets.
But you take 5 points of slashing damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, let's just do this in the astral.
And we're back to Vitericus.
Wonderful. Okay, so Morzod, you've only taken 5, right? So you're still okay? Sorry, I can't see your health because it's hiding off my line of sight.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Anyway. So I'm going to point at Dagmar. And I haven't thought of what I'm going to do for her healing word. Hey, Dagmar!
Yes.
I'll wait for you to turn around and look at me. Life is good, but it can be better. And I'm going to hit you with a healing word.
Oh man,
You sound like, hi, I'm Vitericus. My company, like you sound like a tech bro from San Jose.
Perfect. So please take 5 health back.
Thank you.
nice.
Which is my bonus action, and then I'm going to look at the fungal zombie that I've been trying to insult this whole time and go, "You're not even worth putting on a pizza at this stage. Just die, please."
Something
And
pineapples.
vicious mockery it again.
That is a fail with a total of 3.
Finally.
Is that with a minus D4? Does it get a negative?
What happens if you go into negative in D&D?
I
And
think it's
nothing.
zeros, right? Yeah.
Nothing at all,
zeros
but I'm curious.
Yeah, underflow, and he becomes 99.
No, it's still only a 2. So, but it's still very much a fail.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So it takes...
So that's 3 damage, and it's got disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay. The very force of Vitericus's words seem to have an impact on this creature. So, Vitericus, you think you actually see a shade just sort of slap it in the face as you're talking.
Brother, how dare you?
Dagmar, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do
the zombie in front of you is looking like it's in pretty bad shape. It's like it's barely being the what's left of the skin and tendons and muscle are barely being held together now.
I'm gonna do a little dive backwards.
Mm-hmm.
To here. I'm going to
Okay.
whip out my bow.
Question:
That's
are you
given an
taking
attack.
an action to disengage?
Uh,
If you do, you won't be able to get a regular shot at it.
You should be able to bonus
Ooh.
action disengage because she is a level 3 rogue.
yeah.
That's
Just
true.
double check. Level 4, sorry. Just go to your bonus actions, and if it says like dash disengage, whatever
Yeah, it
the other
does.
one is.
Good.
Yeah, okay, so bonus action disengage.
Yeah.
Just be sure to call it.
Cool. Thank you, April.
Thank you. Bonus action. I'm going to do a fancy roll. And I'm going to whip out my short bow. And it's a 19.
That is a hit.
Legolasing it up in here.
Oh, yeah. She's mad. It's an 8 damage.
Ooh, that is so close. This thing now has an arrow lodged in its eye, and it is just standing there going, and it seems to be on its last sinew at this point, but it is still standing. Orsi, it is your turn.
Okay. So he's looking rough.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm around the corner. I will do what I've been doing the entire time. Running backwards and forwards, and I will... No, I'm going to do what Orsi would do. He's going to go right up to it and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Like around the neck with his
Cool.
left hand.
And that's you rolling an attack, yes?
Yeah, 14?
14 hits.
Hell yeah! And I rolled a 1 for damage. That's not great.
Good news.
I mean,
it
I
had
doubt these guys are very conductive.
it had 1 point of health left.
Yes!
Yeah.
So Dagmar,
So he's gonna reach
you
up.
roll back, you take your shot. Vitericus, this is all looking very dramatic to you.
yeah.
The arrow lands in its eye, and then Orsi runs around the corner. Orsi, describe just what it looks like as you cast Shocking Touch.
I mean, yeah, every time you've seen him use lightning magic, it's always been his left hand. So he goes up. It's completely covered, by the way. You can't see any of his skin on his left hand. And he goes up and he grabs its neck, and just lightning emits from somewhere underneath the fabric and explodes its head.
Yeah.
Probably in its spores. That's not good.
Yeah.
I hope the lightning fries them.
The head
Hold your
explodes,
breath.
and there is this of spores everywhere. Orsi, can you please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. 10.
Is a fail. So you take. Wow.
Oh, come
What a roll. You take 17 points of poison damage.
No!
I have 18 hit points.
Run away!
It was 3d6 and it
It looks
rolled
cool though.
566. So, yeah.
Starts
That
coughing,
happened.
falls down.
But
makes
that
sense.
zombie is now dead.
An ex-zombie.
And Orsi is also nearly dead.
Almost. He's just pining for the fjords.
He's from a metropolitan city.
Oh, maybe he's not pining then.
He's pining for the skyscrapers.
Yeah. A nice
Uh,
cushy mage tower.
Orsi, anything else on your turn? Is
Bonus action, drink a
Cry
health
a bit?
potion. Bonus action, cry a little bit, but
Okay.
also take a health potion.
okay. Is Glow going to keep harrying?
She's gonna harry.
Yep,
Yeah.
cool.
And she'll fly out as well. So 44 plus 4.
And Morzod, it is your turn.
Yeah, okay. Look, I've been peering at my things that I can do. I don't know if you saw in the chat there, but it seems like spiritual weapon is actually something that I can cast.
Yep,
think.
that sounds right.
If you click on it in D&D Beyond, it will explain the spell to you.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm confused about is spell slots, because I don't know how to spell slots.
Right. So if you go to your
It says
spells
cast.
tab,
It says
yeah.
cast and spell slot, and I guess
Yeah,
it
yeah.
means that it's one level 2 spell slot?
Yeah,
Is that-
like hang on, let me look at you. So spell slots are those little like squares next to whatever spells you have. If you go to your spells tab,
Yeah,
it just is one. It doesn't like you don't use a spell slot every turn. It's just as you cast it, just click on that spell slot and that's burnt.
Yep.
So I've got 3 of them total, and okay, cool.
Yeah, and then you get more slots as you level up, and you recover
Right.
used slots when you take long rests.
Yeah,
And there are some feats that let you recover them in other ways. Like,
And like wizards have like arcane recovery.
yeah.
So we can regain because I can only do spells. Like,
Yeah.
I could hit something with a dagger, but it's not going to go well.
And the mana potions that you were given at the academy let you recover 1 spell slot. I think it was 1 spell slot of level 2 or a couple of spell slots of level 1. It's in the description for the item. I can't remember exactly.
So if you hit the cast button, it'll probably click it automatically, but you can also just click the spell slot as well.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I noticed in my bonus actions I've got spiritual weapon, and so 2 things have been happening in my head. 1, hey, I could cast that and hit some of these zombies with it, and 2, I wonder what Bruin Lark's spiritual weapon would be. Probably a folding chair. Divine folding chair upends.
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay. So it's not even an action to cast. It's a bonus action to cast. So you can still hit and then bonus action cast, and then it's also a bonus action to move it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't do anything for the first round that I bonus action it, but then after that I can swing around the divine folding chair. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Wild crows come to feast.
Yep,
So-
absolutely. That's my message tone, friends.
Zindi, sometime in the next few weeks, please draw a spiritual folding chair for us to put in.
Yep, absolutely. Oh dear. Okay, well, look, to start things off, I'm going to swing at this dude that's in front of me with my mace.
Advantage. Don't forget, you got advantage.
Cool. I don't think I swung with advantage last time, but I definitely hit the guy last time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, you did. It automatically does it and takes the higher roll for you.
Oh, yeah, because I was confused about that. All right, so swing with advantage again. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that is a rotten roll. That is an 8. That's
Sorry,
ugly.
an
No.
8 misses.
Definitely
You have a
missed.
D6 of bardic inspiration though as well.
That's true.
Oh,
Add 1d6.
add 1d6. Let's just throw that fella down. And that was a 5.
That's
So that
it.
does-
That is now enough.
All right, I get to hit the. Thank you for the bardic inspo, big brother. Yeah, Aniki. Hit him for 5.
5 points of damage.
Yep.
Excellent.
And then so while I'm here, I'm thinking, you know what? I am going to cast Spiritual Folding Chair just to test this thing out. So for this round, it's just the cast on it. So Morzod is putting his hand on his tankard, and he's just kind of going, that guy,
Cool. So
because that's how you pray.
you can cast it within a certain range, I think.
Yeah. So
So you could have it. I think you can have it appear behind the zombie if you want
Yeah,
to.
that honestly would be my plan, to get
Cool.
behind the far lad. So
Cool. So we will assume that it's there. We won't worry about a token for it right now.
yeah.
I can use glow. There we go.
For tonight's performance, the Spiritual Folding Chair will be played by a small owl.
Okay.
Actress.
Zombie turn. So the one directly in front of you, Morsod, is going to take 2 swipes at you.
Alrighty.
One definitely misses. The other, I think, hits you. Yes, definitely hits you with a 22.
Yep.
And you take another 8 points of slashing damage as this bony claw rakes against your magnificent chest.
God, this guy is ruining my chest hair. I do not appreciate it.
The other zombie has become aware of this spiritual folding chair, and it is going to use one of its attacks to take a swipe at that, which probably hits with a roll like that, but does absolutely nothing, and confused, it is going to use its other attack to hit Morzod. And misses.
All right. Very distracted by the chair.
That is the zombie turn. We are now back to Vatericus, and Dagmar, you're after this.
Okay.
Wonderful. So how are we looking health-wise? Ozzy, what are you at?
I'm at
13 out of 18.
Yeah, so
He took a health potion.
Yes. Morzod, what are you at?
17 out of 31.
Okay. In that case, then, I'm going to move to where I am on Astral, pat Morzod on the back, and go, "You've got this, buddy. You're okay," and hit you with a healing word. Shake it off. You can do this.
Yep. I'm gonna walk it off. It's fine.
I like how you've done way more healing than the cleric. That's nothing on Morzod. I'm just saying.
I'm a little busy, and usually
Morzod has patched me many times now.
once I'm done bouncing,
shade.
I'll pick it
It
all
wasn't
up.
shade.
So that's
Hey,
6
you're a bloody
health
good
back to
job, though.
Morzod.
Yeah, 6
That
health
was
back.
a
Nice.
max roll on the healing word, which is nice.
Very nice.
And I'm going to look at the zombie that Morzod's been wailing on and go, "Didn't we just do this dance? Aren't you dead already?" Fungal zombies are so last year. And just mockery it.
Is that a dig at the DM for only drawing one token for each creature?
Wow.
No.
Real
not at all.
cool, real cool, Doug.
Ooh.
I feel like Vatericus would insult God, right?
He's attacking the DM directly in his life points.
That is a failed saving throw.
Wonderful. Please take 3 damage and disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Sorry.
For you, Doug,
Sadly.
I will take that.
Would
Thank
you
Very
kindly?
kind.
Anything else, Vatericus?
No, I don't think I can do anything else. Actually, I am going to back up one, just so that Orsi can sort of get out to line of sight if he needs to.
Okay. Dagmar, it is your turn, and Orsi,
Cool.
you'll be next.
I'm going to step around this corner. Shout duck to Morzod. Or maybe
Right.
not duck. I'm going to shout get down in case that there is a miscommunication in the heat of battle.
Yep.
And then I am going to
Shoot
aim an arrow at it. Oh,
with
fuck.
with advantage,
Oh,
which is
Sorry,
good
let me-
with that roll.
roll again. Yeah. Yeah, 12.
12 hits, and you
God.
get your sneak attack bonus
Surprise, dwarf.
because this
Yes.
zombie is engaged with your allies.
Is that on
I'm
the
not-
damage or on the hit?
You
Congratulations.
roll your damage, and then you should also have your sneak attack bonus elsewhere on your sheet, and you can click that.
Oh dear.
Awesome. Oops, roll. Cool, so that is 6, and then let me find my sneak attack. Where do you live on this one?
It's just an extra d6, so just roll a d6
Oh,
now.
thank you.
Yeah.
Roll. 3, so 9.
I'll double check. I think it might be 2d6.
2?
So you should find it on your D&D Beyond page. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, I'm just looking now.
Mm.
Uh,
I think
Alright,
it's
so
Yeah,
great,
it's 2d6.
probably only
It's
2d6. Sure.
It's at the bottom of your actions under other.
Yep, 2d6. There it is.
Cool, so that
Yep.
was 3 and a 4, so 10.
Okay, that zombie is now looking in very bad shape.
Oh, thank
Now
goodness.
have 2 arrows sticking out of it, and all manner of injuries.
Cool. Can I move back out of the way so Ozzy can get in?
Yes, you can.
Stunning.
You can duck back into the cell beside you.
Bounce in and out like a little pocket rocket.
Orsi, it is your turn. Morzod, you'll be next.
Yeah, boy.
Is yelling out a free action, or
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna be like, "Don't stand next to them when you kill them; they explode." He says while coughing, and he comes out from behind the corner. He's like, his eyes are red.
You did toast that guy. It smells like saute in here, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's not good. I'm gonna squeeze past. Excuse me.
Hungry and disgusted.
Whoops, didn't mean to draw. Whoa.
It's probably because you're hitting B on the keyboard.
Yeah, sorry, I'm used to Maya. Like, Maya controls. I keep making all my health go down.
Man, that is
there we go. There we go.
really awkward if I did more controls.
I am... Morzod, I'm not going to hit it while you're standing there. So I am going to hold an action for if and when Morzod gets out of, like, immediate range of it.
Sure. That's going to be a ranged spell or something like that?
Yeah, I've got Mind Sliver. It's got 60 feet.
Cool. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll hold Mind Sliver, sorry. And oh wait, you can't hold cantrips, can you? No, you can't.
Can't you?
I don't believe you can.
I'm going to rule that you can. As long as you specify what spell it is, I'm happy for you to hold it.
Okay. Let it be known. DM's rule.
Cool thing.
Okay, in that case I will hold Mind Sliver.
Okay. Morzod, your turn.
Yeah, look, I've been told to get down and get out of the way, so I am gonna sort of. Can I action to sort of duck and pull back?
You can disengage with your action, yes?
Yeah. And am I allowed to, like, ready if it comes after me to bounce it?
No, because you'll have used your action to disengage.
Right. Okay. Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna pull back, but my folding chair is going to attack that thing from behind.
Played by Glow. And
Do you want to move? Do you want to move Morzod first, just so?
Just so
do that.
we're not confused.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. And the fun thing is, folding chair being played by Glow, but I assume the folding chair is getting advantage on this attack because the zombie is being attacked by the real Glow, or harried by the real Glow.
Sure. I feel like that's a little messy to figure out, but sure, I'd say so.
Double glows in there. All right. So now I just click this thing to roll for damage, I guess, do I?
You still have to roll to hit with the spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a melee attack that I make. So do
With
I roll that with
advantage.
advantage? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, there goes the spiritual weapon. What is that die doing? Anyway, that's a 19.
That's a hit.
And now allow me to roll 4 damage. Holy smokes, that's 11.
Oof. And that is enough. This folding chair just whacks the thing on the back.
As if swung by the hand of a god.
And it collapses, and as it does, these spores explode out of it.
Out of the way.
Are you far enough out of the way is the question.
Can
Yeah,
Glow...
radius.
Yeah. Morzod, you are fine. Can Glow give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, she does flyby. She would have been in and out.
The thing is, we ascertained that Glow was harrying this thing while it was being attacked. So it's a question of, did Glow get out of range before it exploded?
Right.
Oh, that was nearly a 17. She got a 9. Oh, wait, hang on. That was Orsi's. I don't know how to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
She should be real fast, so, like, you'd think that'd be a good modifier that she'd have?
No, she's only got a +1 to Dex.
Ew,
Sorry,
Come
I'll
on,
roll it
bud.
again.
you can do it!
Oh, well, I mean, if I use that roll, it's a 7 + 1, so 8.
Okay, that is not enough, I'm afraid. Glow is going to take...
She's got 1 hit point.
So, basically, 3d6 poison damage, whatever I roll.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm afraid Glow just vanishes back into the Feywild.
She just poofs into fairy dust.
I'm sorry, April.
Orsi is visibly upset at losing his familiar.
But there is now only one zombie left. and it is getting quite late. So I'm going to ask the players, do you want to stick around and finish this combat, or do you need to go elsewhere and we'll come back to this next week?
Look, I plan for one night being ridiculous late every week, so I'm gonna stick it out.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah, no objection.
Okay, let's finish this. Okay, so that was Morzod's turn. And it is now the final zombie's turn, who is going to move out and charge at Morzod. 2 claw attacks.
Does the chair get an attack of opportunity?
No, I don't think it does, because it has to be controlled by the will.
Yeah, I control it with my bonus action, so
Okay, cool.
And the zombie misses both attacks on Morzod.
good.
So we're back to Vatericus, followed by Dagmar.
I'm going to shoot Ozzy a really sympathetic look, with his owl having disappeared in a sparkle of fairy dust. And we'll back up a little so that Morzod has somewhere to go. Probably, well, no, we're not quite at reassuring pats on the shoulder for Ozzy yet. But we'll turn around and yell at the zombie. Do you guys just like killing small animals? Like, what is it, guys? Make you feel big, strong? Like, honestly.
You're gonna get cancelled for that.
He is. And Vicious Mockery it again, obviously. For 4 damage. Sorry, you need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, it rolls a 14, which saves, I
Damn.
believe. Sorry.
It does. So, no damage. Is health accurate on Astral?
Yes, I have updated mine because you gave me 6 back last time. 6, 8, 6, 6
Great.
back last time. Yep.
Might not
I'm
heal
doing
you again this
fine.
time, then. I'm just going to sit on my spells because I'm running out of spell slots.
Yep.
I'm gonna say spell economy. It's okay.
It's all right. I'm a large ham.
It's true.
Oh yeah. in the audiobook, I'm absolutely played by Brian Blessed. You just know it.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn, Vatericus?
It is.
Okay, Dagmar.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of look around the corner again, aim upwards. Do I get sneak attack on that?
You do, because it is currently engaged with Morzod. Morzod.
Done it. It's a 9 to hit, which possibly misses.
It only just... Did you roll that with advantage?
Oh, no.
Roll again.
21.
21 hits.
That's what you want.
Alrighty, so let me do some damage. Clicking. Alright, so 7 plus 2d6. So 7 plus 4, 11?
Cool. So, yeah, this thing scrambles towards Morzod and takes an arrow in the neck for it. But it is still looking in pretty good shape. Anything else on your turn, Dagmar? You can use your bonus action to disengage if you don't want to stay within melee range of it.
Yeah, look, now that I've got my bow out, I might gamper down past everyone's knees and hang out where Orsi is.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, no problem. Okay, it is Orsi's turn, and Morzod, you'll be next.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to see how upset he is at seeing glow.
Aww.
He rolled a 10.
So what does that mean?
I feel like if it was 15 and below, he was gonna not be able to do his turn. I think he's just gonna go, like, stumble. I keep drawing! It's not higher. Oh my god.
Just hashtag just artist problem.
I got it. He's just gonna walk backwards and sort of slump down in shock, I think, from being hit by a fungus and also losing his familiar.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
meanwhile, April is coping by drawing as April does.
Sorry.
It's a reflective
Yeah.
action.
He just looks very shocked.
Morzod, it is your turn, and you're not aware of what's happening with Orsi behind you, but you have seen Glow disappear.
Morzod looks very angry.
For all Morzod knows, Glow might be dead.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he was already very half-orc in battle kind of focused, but yeah, he's definitely snarling at this point. So absolutely going to swing to hit this guy that's right in front of me.
That was when I really wish we had Brian Blessed to go, die!
Yeah, just imagine the Brian Blessed, but unfortunately I am not hitting.
Not quite, no.
No, but I'm also gonna swing the chair at him. And I wasn't supposed to roll that with advantage, right? Because we just lost Glow.
No.
Correct.
Right, so no advantage there. Okay, cool. And then roll to hit with the chair. Oh, that's a natty one. The chair is also very distressed.
Ooh, no. The chair just whacks the wall beside the zombie.
Yeah, bounce off the wall, swings over. Okay, well that's no good. Zombie's turn.
Nothing else. You're not going to try to move, though.
I get a movement as well.
It would get an attack of opportunity because you've used your action to attack it.
Yeah, and even if I'd moved back before I tried to attack, I would have got the yeah. Look, I'm gonna just stay where I am.
Okay. Zombie's turn. 2 claws at Morzod.
Let's see what we got.
15?
Nope.
But 21 does, yes.
Yep. What do we take?
You take... Ugh, these zombies are rolling so well. 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh. My
I mean,
nips.
they've been missing a lot, but when they hit hard.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because that was just D6 plus 3.
So 23, because I've accidentally hit heal instead of that's not what he just did. Sorry, just bear with me.
That's okay.
Bear with me. So that was 8 damage that I took. Oof, down to 15. I've only got half my health left.
So Morzod is now bloodied. Vatericus, it is your turn.
If I move to either side of Morzod, like here or here, can I hit the zombie with a melee weapon?
You can, yes.
Wonderful.
I don't think that's a very good idea. You should gong him or something.
I'm going to wrap my face in the non-gross tentacle part of the Cloak of the Manta Ray for protection from fungus, I guess.
The gross tentacle part seems disappointed, but it understands.
Well, I'm not in water, right? So it's just going to suffocate me if I try and use gills on dry land. So I'm going to bounce to here, draw my rapier for the first time, I think, ever, and hit the zombie with my mask up.
Well, you're going to attempt to hit something.
Well, yes, there is that.
What a dashing figure Vatericus is painting at the moment.
It absolutely is. He's coming in like Tuxedo Mask.
It's the one. No war cry or anything. Fairly silent. Oh, it's a 19, but it's 23 total.
That is a most palpable hit.
Indeed. So that's 1d8 piercing damage. 3 damage total. I rolled a 1.
Okay, dagger into, rapier into the rib cage of this thing. And anything else on your turn?
Morzod, how you feeling?
Morzod is that guy in Sherlock after he beats everyone up and goes, "Where did that come from?"
Okay, cool. So yeah, okay. I might not heal you at this point. Then I'll let you slap your health.
Yeah, no, I'm still good.
Cool.
Dagmar, your turn. Orsi, you'll be next.
I am going to shout to Morzod to get down again and take another crack with the bow.
With advantage?
Oof, but it's a 10. Oh yeah, with advantage. I need to remember to do that. Ah. Whoops. Come on. Do the thing. Why is it? There we go.
If you've already rolled one, just roll another. Just roll it
Okay.
again. Like you don't have to click advantage.
Well, here's the good news.
25.
That 10 would have hit, but your second roll with advantage was a natural 20.
Oh,
Hey!
That's what we want to see.
So you do, what we're rolling is you do the maximum. So roll your damage normally, and I'll tell you what we do with it.
11.
Okay, so that is actually going to be.
Oh man, I'm about to get stuff on my vest.
Look, we'll let D&D Beyond handle it because it is doing its own way of handling crits, so we won't override it for now. So 11 plus your sneak attack damage.
Ooh, plus my sneak attack. Come back. There we go.
That's another 2d6.
Hot.
So 18.
Ooh.
Wow, you rolled 2 6s?
Oh no, that was
Yeah, one of
18
the-
with.
No, you
The
rolled
previous-
Oh, so-
7. Only the actual damage roll is
Double.
multiplied, not the sneak attack.
Yeah.
So that's an additional 7 points of damage,
Yeah.
which is almost enough, but not quite. This last fungal zombie, full of arrows and holes, but he's still standing and going. Damn it, Discord! I'm making all these lovely noises.
God,
Angry.
damn.
You need to put a subtitle on that angry mushroom.
Angry mushroom. And Orsi, your turn.
Oh, there's 2 people standing there. God damn it.
Can we actually do closed captions? Because angry mushroom noises needs to be a caption on this. Just
Just do it. Hit it. It's fine.
No, I think Orsi like stands up and he's mad and he's gonna go to cast a spell, but with Morzord, I don't think he can see Vatericus, but with Morzord standing there, he won't cast it.
what a gentleman.
Okay, are you going to ready a spell?
No, I think the light's gone out of him a little bit. He's done.
Oh, okay. Morzod, your turn.
Well, yeah. Look, I'm gonna scoot back. Like we did last time. So get back out of range of this dude.
Okay,
Man.
so you're using your action to disengage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you can use your bonus to attack it with a spiritual weapon.
Yes, going for him with the chair. And by the way, am I out of range there? Or do I need to take another
You are,
square?
yes.
I'm out of range. Cool. I mean, Morzod's seen one of them go up, so I guess
Yep.
he knows how far back he needs to get. And yeah, we're gonna swing with that spiritual chair. See what we got. That's a 20, you boy.
Okay, your spiritual weapon does
Yep,
critical
and-
damage.
And it's so I rolled an 8.
And that is enough. The folding chair comes down and caves in what was left of this zombie's skull. And as a bit of brain matter and a lot of fungal matter splashes out, it goes poof, and Vatericus, please give me a constitution saving throw.
He's in melee range.
Crap, Vinny!
Does my mask not give me anything?
No, you're
Look,
not wearing the gross bit.
give me,
obviously.
you can have advantage on your constitution saving throw because
All right,
I'm a
plus one, let's
generous
go.
I'm a generous DM who feels bad about what he did to the owl.
Well, it's a 2 and a 4, so that's a 5 total.
Okay.
for the con save.
You take 8 points of poison damage.
Oof.
It's 3d6, so that's nowhere nearly as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, that's definitely favorable.
Yeah. And with that, the fungal zombies are dead. At least the ones you've seen so far are dead. And we are going to end the session there because we've gone very much over time. Thank you, players, for sticking with us. I didn't want to leave the combat half finished.
And, you don't want to do that. They'd be like, 2 swings. Yeah.
So thank you everyone for watching. We don't forget about our Patreon, and we will be seen by you next week. Bye.
Oh yeah.